Welcome to the Perth Footy League's A-grade match of the day. Today we are broadcasting from the Charles Riley Reserve as the North Beach Tigers take on Fremantle C.B.C. We thank our Perth Football League major sponsor, Carlton United Breweries, and of course our broadcast sponsors, Dartfish, Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. Now, please welcome your commentary team, Cam Robbins and Ward Harris.
Welcome to Charles Riley Oval, round 13, A-grade clash between North Beach and Fremantle C.B.C. North Beach comfortably sitting on top with two clear wins, whereas Fremantle C.B.C. sitting in fifth with three other clubs and only a couple of games behind them. North Beach have a lot of experience and they've had a good year and they're sitting 12 zip. Can Fremantle CBC pull off a bit of an upset? Joining in the commentary box to my left, once again, by Brett Mayo. Good afternoon, Brett. How are you, mate?
Good, Cam. How are you, mate?
Very good.
Good afternoon to all.
And also Ward Harris to the left and also selector of the stateside there, Ward. So some inside knowledge from you later on.
Sure. No, thanks. Good to be down here today. North Beach, surprisingly, the Oval looking pretty good at the moment, Cam.
And one of the superstars for North Beach is patted on my top of my head, and Dave Perry, all Australian, probably one of the best footballers North Beach have actually had. So he's in the Hall of Fame. He's to my right.
Footy
so
royalty floating around
footy
as well.
royalty. But this game here, guys, North Beach, they've just come out all guns blazing, 12 zip, a lot of experience. They're going to win this game fairly easily in the reserves as well. They're up by 7 goals, and yesterday, this ground, just live up the road here, about 500 metres away. This is water. It's drained off absolutely beautiful. So the council's done a good job getting this ground. Brett, looking $1 million.
Yeah, we've had an amazing amount of rain, which is what Dad would say, good for the garden, Cam, but not so good for footy grounds that get a lot of traffic. So, yeah, this ground's in really good condition considering the amount of traffic it would get and the water that we've had in the last week.
Absolutely. And Ward, you were at the state training during the week.
Yep.
About 35 to 40 players down there, was that?
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Yeah, about 40 guys down there just at Hamer Park in Mount Lawley. So had a chat with Darren Young. He's got Brad Stevenson as one of his assistants and Brett Wen as well. He's a bit of Subi, bit of East Perth back in the day. So those 3 guys down there. As I said, 40 blokes on the track. It started bucketing down with rain. But, look, the toughest thing I think when you get a group like that is just trying to break the ice really quick. And I saw that with Youngie. He was able to do that really quickly with the group. So I think it bodes well of trying to get a reasonable team together to play what's probably going to be a strong countryside.
Yeah, no doubt the country. And also, Brett, your young fella, Jack, played his first game back from Manirico for Subi. He put up okay?
Yeah, he got through, Cam. That's the main bit. It was just the matter of having, testing it out under match conditions of, a couple of tackles, and he flew for a couple of grabs. Didn't take any, but it was just how he landed and how he got up, which was my concern, and all good, mate. So I haven't spoken to him since the game, but he was walking off fine. So it's hopefully, he's done a lot of work, so I was hoping we'd get some reward and get through today, which is what happened.
And being a parent and a father, mate, you'd feel every bit of his pain with his career when he went down with that knee injury, and no doubt you're probably a little bit sceptical about him running on the park, but obviously he's got through and he's pulled up.
Yeah, I said to him this morning, I wasn't concerned about him getting through. I knew he'd get through because I know how much work he's done. So I just wanted him to enjoy getting back out and playing, and I could see there was some frustration there at various times. You just got to get that continuity of the difference between training and playing again. So he'll be okay in a couple of weeks.
And also shout out to our young nephew Josh, who's making his league debut today for Subiaco jumper number 16. So Phil Lamb and Austin Robinson. So he's pretty happy, and he got his presentation by Darren Rumble. So shout out to you, Josh. He's running around. He's already had a couple of possessions and a tackle. So well done to him. A couple of good games around the A-grade competition this afternoon, boys. Kingsway versus Scarborough. That should be a good game. Last time we saw that is Scarborough actually defeated Kingsway. North Fremantle versus Wembley. I think North Fremantle will be too good for Wembley. Collegians versus TAs. Collegians on the bottom with only 2 wins, so it could be a bit of percentage booster for TAs. And probably the match of the round is Uni versus Curtin Uni Wesley, Brett. So interesting to see how that game goes.
Yeah, there's some intriguing games which sort of alludes to this game as well, because Fremantle CBC have got some teams chasing them from behind, and some of those teams in TAs and North Fremantle have games that they possibly should win today. So there's a lot of pressure on Fremantle to deliver a better performance than what we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they're pretty ordinary against Scarborough, though, which Scarborough came out with their probably aggression, the hardness of the footy, and Fremantle C.B.C didn't have their kicking slippers on as well, but they weren't the side who were sitting fifth, and Scarborough they needed to start winning because they're an opportunity to get back to the Bs, but there's no way Scarborough are going to let that game lose, and they played very well that afternoon. Getting back to this game, you think the homegrown advantage and the way North Beach are travelling at the moment, they're probably pretty hard to beat on the whole home deck here in Charles Riley, Breton Ward.
Yeah, look, I've only had the opportunity to see North Beach just that once, which I think was round one against North Freo up here.
On the other side.
Yeah, we were indeed. Look, which is a really good game of footy, and they've obviously gone from strength to strength since then. So sitting 10 and zip now, which is just an outstanding season. C.B.C, I've only seen them once as well, and that was on a wet night down at Fremantle Oval with that centenary game. And look, it was hard to take a lot out of that game with the conditions. Probably slightly better here today, but it's going to be pretty slippery underfoot as well. So I think it's going to be whichever team is able to work with the conditions. But look, it's pretty hard to beat North Beach at home, especially with that 10 and zip record.
Yeah, they're looking very good. But look, they're players on the paper. Got Liam Anthony, former North Fremantle player, and East Fremantle player, his brother as well, Dion. They've got a bit of talent. Chris Baselli as well, he's played some senior footy. So they've got some good players on paper, but whether or not it translates to out on the games another thing, because half the games played above your shoulders. So, yeah, to mine, I think North Beach will be too good.
Yeah, they had some good looks on goal versus Scarborough a few weeks ago, but they were very disappointing in front of goal. Jordan Newman's coming off 5 goals last game against Collegians. Obviously, we missed last week through some pandemic that's going on around the world. And, so they had their chances that day, but they were a little bit flat and disappointing, and coming up against North Beach, who, if they did have any concerns fitness and health-wise, everyone got a week off last week, so you would expect them to be quite strong today, Ward.
Yeah, look, I think so. I was looking across their list that we saw today. Oscar Toddle, he's been good the last couple of weeks, kicked 4 both weeks there. Good to see Nick Reid back in the side as well. I've noticed Ryan Eckhart's not playing today.
Yeah, he's got a fluid on his knee.
Oh, okay, there we go. So, look, kicked 22 through the year, and look, I'm sure they'll be able to cover him, but that's a handy player to have out. But look, a lot of depth actually across both sides today, which is really good to see for amateur footy, especially at A grade.
I think they're going to get better. A few more games into Nick Reid. Also looking at sort of seeing Mitchy Dwyer. He's a good player in the midfield too as well, and they've got a bit of size about them too, haven't they? Mitchell McKenzie, look at him. He's a man mountain, number 29. So they've got a bit of height. They've got a bit of strength. Also Joshua Chapman too. So they've got height both ends of the ground, North Beach, and a bit of talent all over the ground. And can Fremantle match up with him?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I like Mackenzie, actually, X1 Districts player, and he plays at both ends of the ground, so I hadn't realised that he'd come across to North Beach, but he'll be an important player for them today. And look, there's actually some quality tools on both sides. I know Tyler Cholwell, been around a little while as well, and he's a player I like to watch at this level.
Yeah, and just think also Liam Anthony, see how he goes. He had a heavily tag on against Scarborough and really didn't play to his level, did he, Brett? He's probably lowered his colours that afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Liam's obviously, apart from being the important coach, he's an important cog for their midfield to get the ball moving in a forward direction for him. And he was a little bit flat that day and didn't enjoy the company he was getting. And I think we even commented early in the third quarter, Cam, it was really important for them to start the third quarter well, and he started on the interchange from memory, and just found that a little bit intriguing for one of your better players to be there. So, yeah, interesting game. Young Josh Chapman, I'm not sure if you're aware, his dad played in 9 premierships for Mount Lawley back in the day. So, quite a handy footballer, his dad.
Yeah, not bad. A reasonable size by the sounds of it as well.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Young Josh's early days, I think, was in some state teams.
Yeah, it was definitely in some state programs early on. Yeah.
It's interesting too. Ryan Eckert's old man Murray is a life member of the Wembley Footy Club as well, and played a bit of Colts footy for Subiaco. So interesting to see some of the juniors of their players coming out when they don't actually end up the club where their old man played.
Oh, look, I think so. I think you look at footy, in its purest form, and the reason you play is because it's fun.
Yep.
And a lot of the time you go, you want to go where your mates are as well. It's nice to go and see what Dad's done, but in the end you go and follow your mates. And look, that's why even at waffle level you'll see players not necessarily always go where a father's son might be. I look at, say, Jackson Pryor at West Perth, who probably should have been at East Perth.
Yep.
Wanted to play where his mates is, and you see that at amateur level as well. But look how good footy.
So and plus also the culture of the club too. If you have a good bunch of kids, and also the culture of the club, and I know at West Perth, Mike, I know Mick Pride pretty well, who's obviously at East Perth when I was there and before he went to Western, and the big thing on culture, he said, look, Cam, I don't really care. I hated West Perth as a player, but he loves it, and the club culture's good, and that ticks a lot of those boxes as a player, doesn't it?
Oh, and as a father concerned about your son.
Yeah.
If he's in a good environment, you're more than happy.
Yeah, not so much for what happened to your young son. We won't go there, Brett, but I think he could have been looked after a bit when he did his knee. But great to see he's back on his bike and producing, and no doubt he'll be playing regular league footy by the end of the year for the mighty C.B.C Footy Club. So the North Beach boys in a bit of a huddle. Fremantle C.B.C up the other end as well. And like I said, the prediction, I think North Beach will probably win by 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, I think a little bit more for me, mate. I'm thinking up towards the closer to 50 points for me today for the
points,
Beach.
Brett?
Yep.
Ward?
Yeah, look, I was probably going to lean with Brett as well. I think it's going to come down a little bit to the conditions. Both teams have got reasonably strong midfield groups. You look at CBC with, the Basilis, the Brendan Chens. There is some good quality in there, obviously, both the Anthony boys. So if they are able to half the contest in the middle, I think it probably could be close to your 3-4 goals. Otherwise, I think it might blow out a little bit today.
Certainly will. Players about getting to their position. So Cam Robbins, Brett Mayo, and also Ward Harris doing the calling for this afternoon. Jack doing the filming, and Hayley keeping us all honest as she does every afternoon. And thanks very much too, John, for the lovely jackets, the shirts. We're looking at $1 million. We're all prepared. We're all ready to go. It's unbelievable.
Good heads and body for the radio, Cam.
Yeah, haven't got a good head for TV, mate. You're dead right. So, yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? Joshua Chapman for North Beach.
Yes, he certainly is.
He's very tall. Looks like he's going to take the ruck duties. And I think Sammy King, he played okay against Scarborough a few weeks ago, Brett.
Yeah, he did. He come up against Big Bomber that day,
Bomber,
and
yeah.
in the end, Bomber sort of got on top of him, but there were weighted numbers in his favour as well. But Bomber's ruck work that day was very good, but King did start extremely well, and he'll need to today against Josh, who certainly has a few centimetres on him.
Absolutely. So it looks like North Beach will be kicking to the left of the screen. Fremantle C.B.C be kicking to the right. So we're just about underway. Thanks for your company here from the beautiful home ground of Charles Riley, home of a fantastic footy club in North Beach. And ready to go. Hopefully the rain holds off so we don't get wet. So from my inside knowledge from Bill Duckworth and Neil Savage said sometimes it gets wet, the rain will come in over here, so hopefully we'll be safe. Exciting time.
Excellent news, Ken.
So umpire's going to throw it up. King versus Chapman. Chapman wins it easy, brings to the ground. Umpire's had a bit of a spill himself. Fremantle C.B.C have it. Numbers on the ball. North Beach, good tackle then by the Fremantle C.B.C player in Chris Bazzelli. As they get a nudge on the shoulder from that brilliant player in Davey Perry. So ball's going nowhere. Chapman's doing the ruck, which is he's tall. Brings the ball to the ground. Bazzelli's over it, lost it. Fremantle C.B.C trying to chisel the ball over the far side. And tackle everywhere at the moment. And a bit of pressure early, expect that in the conditions like this as well. So umpire throws the ball up. King brings it to ground. Socket off the ground by the Fremantle C.B.C play. Went back in the contest. Chapman got pushed in the back. Surely, umpire didn't see that. And give the ball to me. Go nowhere, boys. Already had about 3 or 4 ball ups already.
Oh, it's the pressure CBC need to bring early, isn't it?
Absolutely. And they have that now. Tackle didn't have with the Fremantle C.B.C player. And the umpire saw that as well. So we young Chen have the ball now. Just right. Lowers his eyes. Good kick. Did it go the distance? Umpire said yes, it did. Bazzelli claims it. And don't know what he's done here. Bazzelli.
Geez, that's an important player if he goes down early.
Yeah. His boots came off, I think. Yeah. So the Fremantle CBC push the ball forward, trying to take the mark over the top. There's Salamoni. Bring the ball to the ground. North Beach has number. Handball back was okay. Hit the teammate there in Murray. Murray lowered his eyes. Bring the ball to the centre half back position. Surely North Beach play is holding the ball. And the umpire saw that as well. Good tackle by Fremantle CBC. The pressure by them's early. So they kick the ball to the hot spot. Big numbers here. Good sprawl over the back by North Beach. Brings the ball to the ground. Fremantle CBC have it. Good tackle. Sure, that's holding the ball. It's got to be consistent. And the umpire said, give the ball to me. I tell you what, that wasn't holding the ball. There'd be something going wrong, I reckon. Ward?
Oh, look, the umpire's chosen to obviously let the game go there a little bit, but I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with it.
Ball comes to ground. North Beach have it. Handball was okay. That was through Colton. He went back to the teammate over there in Botticelli. Botticelli on the right. Just turned the ball straight back over. A good defensive park taken on by Nick Borovic. He's okay against Scarborough a couple of weeks ago. Nick Borovic. Oh, that's a
gee
shocking
whiz.
kick. He's turned
Nice
the ball
block,
straight
Cam.
back over and hit his opposition player Garcia right on the right breast. So there they go. Bring the ball forward. Have the numbers here. Do Fremantle CBC. It's pretty ordinary kick by Garcia as well. Could have done a lot more than that. I tell you what,
Geez.
it's comedy of errors here at the moment.
Footy's definitely not the winner at the moment, mate. Look, you saw Garcia get that ball. He was in absolute shock that he'd received it, but nothing to kick to because no one else saw that coming either. So, yeah, not the best standard right there.
So it must have been touched off the boot. So umpire's going to, boundary umpire that is, throw the ball over his shoulders. Tries to get to the front position was Chapman. Good handball by him. Over the top too, at the back there was Miles Franklin. Sporting the Pete Garrett lookalike with his ball Swede. Miles, he did okay against Scarborough a few weeks ago as well. Trying to push the ball out. Once again, umpire seen a push in the back. And it's going to be a Fremantle CBC who are up for the challenge at the moment. And Brendan Chen's got the ball in the half-back flank position. So Chen tries to find his teammate and
nice
ruckman there in
kick.
Sam
Nice
King. That's a better kick there, Brett.
Yeah, and that's where King will have the advantage on Chapman. He's just a little bit more mobile.
So there's King. Umpire's call played on, so he kicks the ball down the line. Over the shot at the back. North Beach have the numbers. Through traffic was okay. That play there was Canty. Handball was good. Get the handball on again. Goes down Leishman. Leishman lowers his eyes. That's better. Hits it lace out and finds his teammate there in Mitchie Dwyer. Dwyer brings the ball in the corridor. It's a good kick and finds his teammate there in Mitch Gill. Gill can go to the half-forward flank. There's Oscar. Good strong mark by Toddle. Good mark. This kid has a lot of potential.
Geez, that was great, wasn't it?
Good
Really
grab.
good ball movement, but look, the mark was absolutely first class there,
Yep.
Brett.
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure. He held his ground, which obviously quite strong through the core, and it was just good. It was just some attacking play from Leishman in the back half. Hit a target, they hit another target, and now a shot on goal where CBC have just sort of turned the footy over a couple of times. Only early.
He's got a strong torso because don't worry, he's a really good surfer as well. So Toddle is about 35 metres out. Kick 4 last week, and the left footer taking a deliberate shot of goals. And he's aimed it right. He hasn't come back, but that is the first score on the board to North Beach. It's taken 4 minutes and 42, Brett. So the pressure by Fremantle CBC has been good early.
Yeah, not the most fluid kicking action, is it? A little bit stop-startish.
There was a little bit there. Look, I think the thing I've liked about CBC so far is their numbers at the contest have been really good, but North Beach's hands have just been a little bit too good where they've been able to get out open nice and easily. So, look, that's going to be something to watch today, just making sure, cutting down North Beach run when they do get open.
So there's Tommy Hooker, Carl's young brother. He's got it now and chips the ball over to Chris Bazzelli. He's had a lot of foot early, Bazzelli. He can go back in the corridor, try to find Hooker. Hooker got pressured then by the player there, McKenzie. Umpire says, give the ball to me.
I do get confused a little bit when teams that probably, it's a good level of footy, but sometimes you just can't pick off that 45, and when you're under pressure. And they've coughed it up right at centre half back, the last place you want to turn it over.
Absolutely. Brett May, the former
Oh,
reserves coach for Subi. They have the ball now to Fremantle. Subi push the ball forward. Good tackle. Could be holding the ball. Umpire said no play. Let the play go on. Well done. Anthony gets it on his boot. Kicks to the centre half forward position. Hitting the ball really hard. Crumbing off the top of the pack was very good. And then that's the first goal. And there's a beautiful goal there to Aaron Meadowcroft. Fantastic front and centre roving by the little fella, and that's the first goal to Fremantle CBC.
oh, look, really, really good by CBC there. They're able to just keep pushing the ball forward, as Brett mentioned. They've turned it over a couple of times, but look, they managed to get their ball in nice and quickly. Just do a 2-on-2, and great rove by the young fella there to put his first through for the afternoon.
Kick 3 last week, young fella. What was better there? Newman gave a better contest. He had a good chance to mark one early, and probably 1 minute in, and I was a bit disappointed in his contest, but he hit that pack hard, cleared the way for Aaron, and Aaron Meadowcroft kicks the first for CBC.
Beautiful classic front centre roving, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
Meadowcroft.
perfect. Yeah, look, and if they've kicked 7 between them last week, then North Beach are going to have to be right in their tails today.
No surprise, they're both in the square together.
Yeah, good start by Fremantle CBC, the underdogs at the moment. We've gone just on 6 minutes of the first quarter. They have it again through the midfield through Miles Franklin. Goes on his right boot, tries to find his teammate. Good strong mark. Sure it was an arm chop. The umpire said no, play on. So Fremantle CBC now get a free kick. Is that the second one? Not sure. But the first one was there, and so was the second. So Fremantle CBC have the ball now. Lowers his eyes, tries to find the fast, letting fall forward. Just about a good mark over the top was by Newman. But North Beach bring the ball out, hit the ball really hard at the back was the North Beach player in Garcia. But once again, Franklin, good hands by him in the back half of the court. Tries to find Sam King. Like I said, pretty mobile for a ruckman. Loses. That's a great
well
kick.
done.
Lace out, beautiful kick. And Lace out finds his teammate, David Roche.
Yeah,
Dion Anthony's had a big say early. Ward, he's across the middle of the ground, controlling it. Had 3 really good kicks inside 50 or towards 50 for him.
Oh, look, he's a very, very handy player. I know, obviously, when you end up with a Liam Anthony that's been on an AFL list and the coach, that probably gets the focus, but his brother's a very, very good player, and Dion's been excellent early.
David Rose starts right and stays right for a minor score, but they do look good at the moment there, Brett.
Interesting battle in the ruck, isn't it? Chapman with the height and King with the mobility.
Certainly do. So full back here now for North Beach. They're going to bring the ball out. Looking at their options then. It's going to be Dan Leishman, the premiership player for Subiaco. He's a beautiful kick. Leishman goes straight down the corridor. Good kick, good mark in front to the North Beach player. They'll take that. Umpire's call play on that player there was Luke Simons. Handball the ball over the top. Hard running out of the back line there was Boccacelli. Fremantle C.B.C have the number down the back there, and Luke Pearson, he's overran it. North Beach good pressure in the forward back half. Handball's okay. Kick around the corner. This could be their first goal. No, it's a miss. James Garcia, he usually sodas for him, but he's coughed that one right up, Garcia.
Oh, look, we're able to see how quick North Beach can move the ball there. Great kick in by Leishman, but it was that mark that really helped. Oh, and turned over.
Miles Franklin
Jeepers.
has put his hands up and he's hit it right in the hands of Lachlan Scurio. So, tell you what, that's an absolute gimme. You love those. Being a little forward player, you don't expect those, but you have them when you get them. Don't worry about that.
I don't think you could have hit him any better.
No, he did it beautifully.
So here he is, only about probably 40 metres out. Not much of an angle. He's a left footer, this kid. See how he goes. That looks gun barrel straight, and that's the first goal to North Beach. And they just needed that one, Brett, just to settle themselves, because I think Fremantle CBC, they've started the first 7 minutes has been good.
Yeah. Sorry, Brett.
No, you're right, mate. I think there's 2 contrasting styles here of the chip mark for CBC, but notice they got a mark from a kick out and there was overlap run, and before we knew it, as you said, they moved it from one end of the ground Ward easily early, 3 or 4 minutes ago. So I like the way North Beach are attacking that game. I love to see the game flowing quickly.
Yeah, it is good. You're right, 2 contrasting styles. And look, CBC's style, that as long as the actual skills are there, it'll hold up really well. But we've seen 3 turnovers and one really important one there for that first goal for North Beach.
So Toddle now has gone in the ruck. King ran that one. That's a throw for mine. The umpire saw that as well. Good pressure for the North Beach player. In the middle of the ground there was Craig Hoskins, a former Subiaco player. His old man Mick played a couple of games for Subi as well, and a premiership player as well too, Hoskins. Something's happened off the ball here.
Yeah, kick to CBC.
Yeah, undisciplined there. And Justin Morris, who will take the kick. Once again, they've got the lights on. Each time we go to a ground, Brett and the board, they seem to turn the lights on.
Must be for the TV, mate, the Lux ratings or something like that, I would have thought.
I thought our jackets would be bright enough, mate.
Well, there's enough of them as well.
They certainly are. Fremantle CBC kicked the ball straight down the line as well, trying to find the fast leading form there in Jordan Newman. He's outmarked by North Beach player. Lowers his eyes. That's a great kick off the ball and finds Scurio kick the last goal. He's in true centre half back position here. Looking at his options, there's none. So the umpire scored play on as he goes straight down the corridor. Good spoil over the top by Franklin. Leishman, good handball, good vision there. Hit his teammate over there in Mansfield. Mansfield's on his right. He got tackled off the ball, and good pressure once again by Fremantle CBC. They come out here, and good one-handed mark been taken by Brendan Chen. Chen looking at his options. He goes straight down the line to the 4-4 position, but reading the play extremely well was Tommy Hooper, son of Steve Hooper, the former #1 draft pick for Geelong. A beautiful kick by Hooper. Good transition to play here for North Beach, and finds Mansfield. He's chipping the ball away, Brett,
Yeah, they look keen to switch, but they just haven't found the right option yet.
So Mansfield goes straight down the line. They have the numbers around the ball. One of those is King. King's second possession was okay. He's caught one high. The umpire said certainly did. So King decides to switch the play here. All by himself as Anthony can push on and get the run of this. It comes to Anthony now. That's Dion Anthony.
Brother to brother.
Brother to brother. Kick the ball down the line and good mark to Miles Franklin. It's a good passage of play here by Fremantle C.B.C. It goes back. It's still got possession of the footy here, but they haven't gained much kilometres to have. Go through the corridor, and that's a good kick. And finds Chowell. He goes on the right boot. It's a good kick. King's been lively early, Brett.
Yeah, he's impressive. Yeah, how he gets around the ground for a good size ruckman.
Oh. Ball comes out here. That could be out here. The 3 traffic was very good for the Fremantle C.B.C. player. He kicks the ball from way outside 50. It stays right. And a minor score here for Fremantle C.B.C. At the moment, with even Stevens 1-2 apiece, 8. And we've gone just over 13 minutes.
Interesting to see Nick Reid with the kicking duties at the moment.
He wouldn't have had that long in his career, would he?
I wouldn't have thought so, mate.
So he just still looks in good nick, doesn't he, Nick? Kick there then by Brock being down the line. Good spore by the Fremantle C.B.C. player. North Beach have the numbers here. Cop one high was Toddle. Umpire said, give the ball to me. I was in the bar earlier, boys, not having a drink, but can't remember, and they all had their mask over there, Brett, so they're sticking to the COVID rules there, which is fantastic.
Oh, that'll stop me going there.
Not long now, boys.
No,
Day and a half, mate.
Not
Count them down.
Yep. They've got a really intriguing battle with Newman at full forward, and I think it might be Luke Simmons that's on him.
Yep.
He's really pivotal for CBC, and he's done a good job thus far, the fullback for North Beach.
In the middle of the ground once again. Below his feet. That play over there was Meadowcroft. He kicked the first goal. North Beach have the numbers here. Good tackle by Toddle. Ball comes out. Fremantle CBC's way. Anthony just about to throw Shaw in front of the umpire. Didn't see that. Well disguised by Anthony. Kicks the ball down the line. There's a Hooper 1-on-1. Well done by Tommy Hooper. Got a fingertip on it. Second efforts by Will. And well done, Tom Hooper. That's a bit of a win. No doubt his old man will be pretty proud of his young fella. Played a few league games for East Perth, did Tom last year. And good to see he's back at his favourite club in North Beach. So Dan Leash will do the designated kicker for North Beach. Old man Steve is a good player as well for Subi back in the 80s. Umpire's call play on. So Dan goes straight down the line. Great kick, finds Toddle all by himself. Toddle can chip ball all over the top. He's turned that one straight back over. Ordinary kick by Toddle. Fremantle CBC can one-on-one here. Good spore by Hooper again. Brings the ball to the ground. Very good effort. It was Nick Reid. He's going to get the 1-2 here. There he goes. Reid turns one way, goes the other. He's got to look for his left foot. There's nothing on there, so they don't know what to do there. In kinds of trouble here, but somehow they kick the ball out through Simons, and a good mark here. Now they're getting a bit of possession here and find Mansfield. It's Steve Mansfield. Oh, it's a shocking kick. Well done by King. Handball okay was to Bazzelli. Just over finessing the ball in the early stages, North Beach, Brett, I reckon.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've been at times clean with their skills in the last probably 3 or 4 minutes, disappointing with their skills coming out of the back half.
I think we've seen that from both sides today so far. Like the pressure around the contest, especially from CBC, has been very good. But when North Beach are up and going, they look like they're going to be really dangerous today.
So it's Toddle versus King. Toddle wins that one. On the ground, good tackle then by the North Beach player there in Craig Hoskins. Good tagger at Subi, and probably got a job on that role today is Craig Hoskins. So field umpire throws the ball up. Toddle versus King. King, good knock here. Liam Anthony was good tackle. Handball the ball out. On the ground, on the bottom. Could be in a bit of trouble here. Umpire said,
Give it to me, Cam, she
Yep.
said.
Give it to me. Good to see a female umpire in charge as well. She's doing a good job, the umpire. King versus Toddle. Give that to King. Fremantle have the numbers here. Handball by Hoskins was good to Toddle. Over the top to Dan Leishman. Dan Leishman's kicked that ball. Good luck with that one. Bring the ball to ground and a good spoil. Defensive spoil then by Nick Borovic.
Had some good representation in the back half, CBC. They've defended really well.
Yeah, they have. When North Beach have got that ball through, they've always had at least even numbers at the contest. So, they're putting it right up to the North Beach boys at the moment.
So 17 minutes, and it's 1-2 to 1-3. Blow the siren now, Fremantle CBC win, boys, but still a long way to go. The umpire says, give the ball to me. Have they underrated Fremantle C.B.C? Ward, I'm not sure. North Beach at the moment. Toddle brings the ball, try to find Hoskins. He's overran it, and so did Mansfield. Handball over the top here. Finds Dion Anthony by handball. Well mopped up then by the player there in Catafoni over the top. Good hands there. Finds Tuttle. Tuttle uses his non-preferred right. Well done by Hoskins. Pickup was fantastic. Handball over the top.
Pressure's excellent from CBC.
Yeah, it is.
Left foot kick over the top.
Ooh.
Ball's on the ground. An excellent roving
done.
front and 7, and that's an absolute gimme to James Garcia. It's like taking candy for a baby for Garcia. Good front and centre roving goal to him, and good goal to North Beach.
Yeah, really good there. Look, I think the big one that opened that one up was Craig Hoskins. As he was falling down, he was still able to get that handball out, showing all his experience. And then I think it was Califano was able to run on, good long kick straight in.
Yep.
And he got the class of a Garcia that's able to finish. So it's just things like those little handballs, I think, that are going to make the difference today, because it looks like we're in for a pretty tight contest, Brett.
Yeah, CBC is certainly up for the physical challenge, just sort of letting themselves down with some skill errors at times. So their endeavour you can't knock at all today. And then a contrast to last time when they were a little bit flat.
They certainly were. And Craig Hoskins, his old man Mick, A.E. Hoskins are the major sponsor for North Beach, along with Rory O'Rourke. So pretty good when you play footy and your dad's got to sponsor the club as well. So bring the ball to ground was Chapman. Well done by the effort there in Chen on the right for Fremantle CBC, and a good defensive mark. Read the play extremely well to Danny Leishman.
It's been important this first quarter.
He has. He just sets the ball up so well, Brett, and doesn't waste the footy. Finds his teammate there in Colton. He goes back to this page, just mentioned Catafamo, who was good on the left. Tries to find Toddle. Ball over the top. Came out here to Lukey Pearson for Fremantle CBC. And turning the ball straight back over again. Hoskins read that very well. Over to Gill. Have the numbers here. Good pick up below the knees by the player there. The big fella there in Mackenzie. And the North Beach players cop one high. Definitely kick was there. An opportunity for Sam Lamont to lower his eyes. 1-2 back to Nick Reid. He loves these from outside 50. That is absolute great kick by Nick Reid. And well set up once again by Hoskins. He's doing a lot of good work in the middle of the ground there, Ward.
Yeah, he's been very handy for him so far, especially the last 5 minutes. We've probably noticed him that little bit more. But, geez, it's good seeing a Nick Reid back up and firing again, and not kicking him out from the back line, but bombing him from outside 50 again. So great goal by North Beach.
He seems to have a lot of time to do with the footy. You know, he's a class player when he's got a bit more time than everyone else to do what he wants with it.
Yeah, and my first look at North Beach this year, and he's coming from a half-back flank, so I'm not sure if he's had some company in previous games or he's working back from some fitness, but he's covering the ground well, he uses it well, and that was a really classy finish from probably what looked like just outside 50 and never in doubt.
Certainly do. So in the middle of the ground, they're doing very well, aren't they? I reckon Mitch Gill and Hoskins, they're doing very well. Chapman has it. Brings the ball, gets his socket off the ground. Good thinking by Chapman. Dion Connie's running there. Handball was okay. Went back to Mansfield. Mansfield had to go way back by hand. Risky handball. Good effort and good thinking there, and finds Botticini on his right. Bit of courage there shown by all players. One of those was Anthony. Went the wrong way, and courage personified by him. Fremantle CBC can go back to Anthony. He has it there. Good below his knees, and good vision. Thought out that extremely well, and finds Tyler Charwell. Charwell goes straight down the corridor. Don't know who was thinking there, because no one at home apart from a North Beach defender. Handball was okay. And comes out there to Matthew Murray. Good kick by him. Hoskins as well. They're doing well in the middle of the ground. Good tackle. Ball comes out. There's Bazzelli. Good hands by him. Found Chen. Chen on the left. Find his teammate over there, and Thomas Wright. So Wright has it. He can go down the line of go, but well read by James Canty.
Geez, it's that the CBC midfield. They're actually getting enough of the ball at the moment, but it's just been those unfortunate skill errors where they haven't quite kicked it right, or North Beach have just been able to read the play really well.
So they have the ball now. Get over the Fremantle play all by himself is Nick Reid. He didn't like that because no one on him. So Fremantle CBC can come out the far side here. They could be out here. There's a few numbers over here. Get over the top to Meadowcroft. And good spoil, good thinking by Liam Catafamo.
I agree. 100% water. I think they've probably been on top in clearances and around the ground, but their skills are just letting them down. And it looks like they're adding a midfielder in, which is allowing North Beach to peel one back, and it seems to be Leishman or Cataflamamo, and they're just picking the footy off at will at the moment.
Oh, look, and both those players actually kicked the ball really, really well by the looks of it.
So 22 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter. North Beach at 3-2. Fremantle CBC at 1-3. Got effort over the top, got the cauliflower ears, did Matthew Murray. Umpire said certainly did. Been good down back, Murray so far, both him and Tom Hooper. So Murray stagnant at the moment. North Beach has got to kick it over the far side, kick into space. And I think the boundary umpire is going to say, give the ball to me. And once again, they've got the lights on, but don't know why, because someone is home.
Someone is home. We've only got a couple of minutes left in this quarter now, and North Beach managed to get that 2-goal lead in what's been a pretty even contest.
So Chapman versus King. Good boundary line throw-in. Chapman over the top was good, but hit it straight down to the Fremantle CBC player who kicked the ball forward. It's ball over the top once again by Tom Hooper was outstanding. And the good tackle then by Canty as well. Brings the ball to the ground. So 23 and a half minutes, 3-2 to 1-3. North Beach still in front. Kick and a half out from the Fremantle CBC goal. There's Chapman and King. Good knock by Chapman. Found over the top there to Mitch Gill. Gill had the handball out. Well done by Hoskins. Handball was quick and slick. He gets it again to Hoskins. Handball back to Gill. Very strong on his torso and stood up against the tackle. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Conditions now beautiful, boys. I would have thought the man of rain we had yesterday that we'll call in the game of footy with its beautiful sunshine.
Mate, it's great, isn't it? The ground seems like it is drying out a little bit. It's still going to be a bit slippery underfoot all day, but look, perfect conditions for footy outside now, I would have thought.
So Sam King gets a free kick for over the shoulder. So the big Ruttman King kicks the ball to the forward pocket. Over the top, Hooper once again. Fantastic spoil by him. Meadowcroft around the left. There's Reid. Smart's not gone 10 surely.
Oh,
he took them in to Nick. Well done. So he's played on. Nothing to kick to again. So Nick Reid decides to do a kick. Lucky bounce off the player's chest there, and Luke Pearson. They have the ball now. Well done by the player there, and Andrew McGuinness. He was good. Just read that handball well.
You talk a bloke up for kicking the footy well, and he shoves one straight.
He normally lets you down, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they do. Just coming up to about quarter time now, coming just up to 25 minutes. Good knock by Chapman. Handball's okay. Catafano on his left. Miles Franklin, good spoil by him. And that is the quarter time score here. Sees North Beach are 3-2 and Fremantle CBC are 1-3. Major goal scorers for North Beach. Lachlan Scario's kick 1, Garcia's 1, and Nick Reid 1, and Meadowcroft's a lone goal scorer for Fremantle CBC. But good first quarter there, Ward.
Yeah, I think it's been a really even contest so far. There was that real quick passage, maybe 3 minutes, where North Beach were able to get 2 goals, with 5 minutes left in that quarter, and bring us that break with a couple of goals up at the moment. But yeah, pretty even contest. I'd say they're CBC probably just ahead in the midfield, but it's really been the skills that might have let them down a little bit at the moment. But North Beach pretty handy, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a very good summary. I think CBC, that last passage just down here might have summed up their quarter. Nick Reid's not his best kick for the day, and hit Luke Pearson straight on the chest, and he's dropped it. They've just had some chances, and they've just skill errors have let them down. I would have thought Liam Anthony would be wrapped with their endeavour, and if they can tidy it up, they actually look like they'll be a very, very competitive game.
Absolutely. We're going to take a little bit of a break here from the Charles Riley Oval, the home of North Beach, which sees North Beach leading 3-2 to 1-3. Welcome back to Charles Riley over at Seas North beats 3 goals to 20. Fremantle C.B.C 1-3-9. My name's Cam Robbins and Brett Mayo, better players for the first quarter.
Yeah, it was an interesting contest. It was probably more even than the scoreboard shows. I thought Chen, King and Dion Anthony for the CBC side, and probably Nick Reid, Leishman and Craig Hoskins for the North Beach side.
Totally agree. And the chairman of selects of the state side, anything out there caught your eye there, Wolf?
Oh, well, look, as Brett mentioned, look, there's been some pretty handy players right the way across the park. I think it's always good to have some big boys running around. Sammy King would be an interesting option, and I like the work of Tommy Hooper down back today as well. He's been pretty handy, I think. So, look, some good players out there today.
Absolutely. Some umpires about to start the second quarter. Thanks for your company. Ward Harris, Brett Mayo and Cam Robbins doing the calling for you. King rings the ball to the contest, tried to find Chen. Chen overrun it. King tried to give back his own ball. He's set on by a couple of North Beach players, and one of those was James Canty. The umpire says, give the ball to me. So young Kingy picks himself off the turf and got to do the ruck work again. He's out ruck this time by Chapman. Brings the ball to ground, but excellent effort by King. Second, third effort by the big red-headed ruckman from Fremantle CBC's been impressive.
Yeah, he doesn't leave you wondering. He has a crack.
Certainly doesn't. The ball through the contest there. Kicked the ball forward there. Oh, good defensive mark. Overspilled it. Fremantle CBC, little tap out of the corner was okay. Tackle over the top. Lucky didn't get a push in the back. He certainly did. And David Roche got a push in the back by Sam Reid. And this could be a gimme for Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, pretty important for them to get this one through nice and early. A couple of goals lead, but look, it can blow out. I think really the theme of today has been it's any of those little skill errors seem to be hurting each side today. So let's see if David Roche can make them pay.
So here's David Roche, about 30 metres out, deliberate shot of goals. Starts right and stays right for a minor score. So a bit of a let-off there for young Nick Reid.
Yeah, Chris Brazil, probably one we mightn't have mentioned at quarter time, was really important in and under for CBC, and he got the clearance away there after some good work by King.
So young Danny Leishman going to do the kick-out duties for North Beach. Beautiful kick of the footy, this kid.
I think they're going grandstand side by the numbers.
Yeah, I think they
It
are.
looks that way.
Umpire's call played on. So Leishman puts his ball into the boot. Gains a lot of meterage, trying to find a big ruckman in the front and Chapman. Mobility was good by him. Kicked the ball through the middle of the corridor. Good pick up below his knees by the North Beach play. They pushed the ball forward to the half-forward flank. Gained a few meterage there. Contest was okay. Mansfield on the ball for North Beach. He got a push in the back. Somehow gets it out. Good play by Mansfield. But once again, North Beach have the numbers. Stood up in the contest. Lucky not holding the ball, and it is. Andrew McGuinness could have done a lot more than that. Unfortunately, he's given the free kick away.
They have tackled well, though, CBC.
Certainly have. And brings the ball out the back to Justin Morrissey. Morrissey lowers his eyes, goes up the corridor and finds Borovic. So Nick Borovic.
Jeez, and this has been the worry for them all day, hasn't it, CBC? It's just this second and third kick trying to exit their 50.
So Morrison down the line. Good kick. Finds his team up there in Baselli. As Brett said, had a good first quarter. And the delivery of the footy was good. Finds Chowell. That's Tyler Chowell on the right. Kicks the ball down the line to a 2-on-1. Well done. Bring the ball to ground. The tackle by Nick Reid was good, but I think he got him a little bit too high.
Yeah, it was high, mate.
And made him earn it. Nothing wrong with that.
No, and he's making sure he knows he earned the kick.
Jordan Williamson, give him the old cauliflower ears. Cop that, says Nick Reid. So Williamson on his right. Kicks the ball to the forward pocket. Tries to find King. Got in a good position, King. Around the corner of Salamone. I tell you what, just about a clever goal, but right on the end of the goal score, as he's been all afternoon, is Tommy Hooper. 1% for him was very good.
Dartfish point of the day, Cam.
Yeah,
that's right.
So.
We've seen a couple of really good goals from Salamone on that centenary game, actually. He's a pretty talented player.
So North Beach can find James Canty all by himself here on the half-back flank. Good kick by him and finds his teammate in Mitch Dwyer. He copped a nice corky. They hurt those. Oh, you can feel that, boys. Corky on
that looks like you walking down the stairs, Cam.
Oh, sure. Poor bugger. So Catafoni on the right boot. Kicks the ball down the line. Good mark. Under pressure. Kick the ball down the line again. Franklin's there. Good effort. The one-hander. Malsey Franklin. Great mark. by the veteran. Lowers his eyes and finds his captain coach, Anthony. The captain coach calls for it, Brett. You always kick it to him.
It's a very wise move, Cam.
Absolutely. So there he goes down
He
there.
needed to after the error in the first quarter.
He finds Salamoni. Good couple of minutes or so here by Fremantle CBC. They're going to go way back because nothing forward. And a good mark then by Justin Morrissey. Once again, they're pretty stagnant at the moment. Umpire course boat on, so Morrissey just puts his foot into the slipper. Tries to find the player. Chapman ran it. So did Mansfield. He was good below his knee. Stevie Mansfield decides to switch the play and finds Nick Reid. He's getting a lot of footy, Nick Reid. Finds Mitch Gill. Gill can go back to Reid. Don't know what he's thinking there. He was outnumbered, but through brute strength, he gets it again. Does Reid on the left. Tries to find his teammate over there. Just got held with Sam Lamont. The umpire said no, he didn't.
He seems to be a player that calls for the ball quite a bit, young Nick, but look, at least he backs it up when he gets the footy most of the time.
He's built like a Madonna, isn't he, too? Here's Nick Reid. So the half-forward flank here for North Beach. Umpire throws the ball in. Chapman doing the ruck work. Well done by King, the opposition ruckman. Mansfield was good below his knees. Like he did get hold of the ball. The second effort by the North Beach player was very good. The tackle was good. Gill's caught as well. At least the umpire's been consistent. He says, give the ball to me.
Excellent pressure from both teams.
It's just on 5.5 minutes. A 3-2 to 1-5.
Important next goal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's only early, but it's an important one.
Certainly Fremantle CBC, Brett. You did right. They're up for the challenge. They're throwing themselves into every contest.
This stage, Ward, myself and yourself, good self, mate, may have settled a bit short. They're certainly up for it today.
Yeah, look, as I mentioned, though, it was really if they could bring it around the contest, then we knew they were going to be a bit closer than maybe what we thought at 50 points, and it looks like it's going to be that way at the moment.
So Fremantle CBC player got pushed in the back. There's Tyler Chilwell. Both in Borovic down back have stood up for Fremantle CBC this afternoon. He lowers his eyes and a good kick and finds Bazzelli. He can go back, and he does do that. Chilwell, they've gained nothing here, but they do have possession of the footy. Handball over the top was good, and finds Warren Andricelli on the left. Great kick, and finds Nick Borovic. So Borovic tucked away in the back pocket for Fremantle CBC. He can bring the ball up the corridor. It's a risky kick. Doesn't come off. And the numbers here, though, Fremantle CBC, one of those, Dean Anthony. Handball is over the top. Franklin's by himself here. Miles Franklin through traffic was good. Stood into the contest. Was very good, but North Beach have the numbers here. Lowers his eyes. That's a beautiful kick, but didn't find the mark there. And the Fremantle players, the defensive effort was very, very good. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. Just the skill levels on both sides, Ward's just not there at the moment.
No, definitely right. It was a turnover they shouldn't have done, and then Lockie Scurrier coming inside 50 really needs to hit that target with a little left foot kick. But, yeah, good pressure still from both sides.
So it's Chapman and King doing the ruck work. We're about 15 metres out for North Beach goal. Chapman, good ruck work over the top, but King was up to the contest. Overrunning the ball. Socket off the ground was okay and gained a few metres. Handball was good. Then finds Mitch Gill. Gill sells a bit of candy, lowers his eyes, not tense. Umpire course played on. That there was Andrew McGuinness. And McGuinness, he's kicked that one pretty ordinary. Thought he was drinking a Guinness, but it was McGuinness, and I'm on a score.
Yeah, he was pretty shot after the last contest that went before, and then saw Mitchy Gill hit him, and look, he had to have a bit of a ping. I'm surprised he got as close to the goals as he did with that one. He looked absolutely buggered after that one.
So Andrew Angicelli on the left, good kick, brings the ball out to the ground, roving extremely well off the ball. There was Luke Salamoni. That was good on the left, good transition to play here. Finds Jordan Williamson, showing a bit of pace. He is. Williamson handballs himself, roves his own ball.
Well
Williamson, fantastic, sets a play up, finds Meadowcroft, and Meadowcroft is absolutely smashed that into the points.
Going back a bit here, Cam, that was a bit of Mickey Conlon about that. You'd remember him, mate. That you're our vintage.
Era. Yeah. Played for the mighty Fitzroy.
Yeah,
Mickey Conlon.
He used to love to handball himself out in front and run onto it, just like that happened then.
Built like the proverbial, wasn't he?
Yep.
Strong as. Way before your time, Ward. We're showing our age here. So Catafamo, he lowers his eyes, brings it into the corridor. Risky kick, he finds Anthony, but they have the numbers there. Well done by North Beach. Lower the boys and finds Nick Reid. He's going to turn in here. If he stands up, he'll be okay. Good pick up by Nick Reid. Lowers his eyes and good kick and finds James Garcia. Garcia brings the ball in the corridor and good passage to play here. Finds Dion Connie. Connie lowers his eyes and finds Gill. He's getting a lot of footy now. Mitchy Gill. He too can lower his eyes. Oh, well read by Fremantle CBC player in Tommy Hooker. They stuffed that one right up North Beach.
Oh, geez, they did, didn't they? Look, the game's really starting to open up, and it looks a little bit more free-flowing as well. But once again, just those, 1%ers with the kicks really costing each side at the moment.
There he is, Jordan Williamson, the Barwick lookalike, and good kick,
nice
and finds Aaron Meadowcroft. Good mark below his eyes. He's a good kick, this kid. Although he slaughtered the last ball on the run, but his first kick for goal in the front and centre goal in the first quarter is very impressive.
Yeah, he just needs to slow it down a little bit, doesn't he, now, and not blaze away. Important kick, Brett.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, it's similar to the last game where I think they ended on 5-15. They actually had more scoring shots, but 1 goal 6. They really need young Aaron Meadowcroft here to convert his second and C.B.C. second.
So Meadowcroft, deliberate shot of goals, right in front of the scoreboard there. There's a left footer. Looks great off the boot.
He looks
and
happy
I
with
think it is good, and it is a goal. A handy goal for Fremantle C.B.C. Meadowcroft has kicked his second goal, and they are up for the challenge. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, important goal there in the grand scheme of the games. The umpire kept us wandering there, followed the ball back to almost the cricket fence at the back there, but looks super important goal there for CBC, and 3 points the margin now, Brett.
Yeah, and probably deserved to be within a couple of points of North Beach, I would have thought. Their pressure around the contest has been terrific this quarter, and just a couple of little skill errors going into their forward 50 from North Beach has turned it over, and CBC are good enough to get it down the other end and haven't converted as well as they would have liked, but are right back in the contest. So
far, Brett, different side than we saw a couple of weeks ago against Scarborough.
Oh, a lot more energy about them today.
Absolutely. So king in the middle around once again, so's Toddle. Toddle has that over the top there for Steve Mansfield. Mansfield lowers his eyes, tries to find his teammate over there in Broadbent. He got a good tackle, good effort by the Fremantle CBC defender and Luke Harding. They are definitely up and about Fremantle CBC. They're up for the challenge here at Charles Riley this afternoon. North Beach sitting on top and undefeated. And they're up for the challenge. Mansfield, good below his knees. Brute strength. Mansfield could be in trouble here, and he is.
Lucky.
Bad luck. He tried to push his way through.
Oh, hello, that's 50.
How you going? Yeah. No, I was going to say, apart from that, he's been outstanding today, Mansfield. His first hands, first possession stuff is probably been the best out of that whole midfield group today.
So 50 metres here.
Such a costly, undisciplined act, isn't it?
And Trelio on his right boot.
Newman.
Beautiful kick. Finds Newman lace out. First time he's really had the opportunity to get a good run at the footy.
Yeah, obviously came in with good form, kicking 5 cut 2 weeks ago. A really intriguing battle, as I mentioned earlier, and that was a lovely lead and a really good left foot pass.
Yeah, young Andrioli actually. He's ex-St Kilda listed player back in the day, so always showed really good foot skills, and probably didn't get the opportunity at Waffle or AFL level to show up.
So Jordan Newman, the 15 metres mark, he's pushed that left and stays left. No Bruce here at the minute to talk about, so should have done a lot more with that. Should have Newman, but he didn't.
Look like it, Cam.
He didn't. It's a minor score. Once again, they have got that goal-kicking shoes on at the moment, Fremantle CBC. They are 2-7. They trail North Beach 3-3-21. We're just over 12 minutes of the second quarter. Leisman goes straight down the line. It's a great kick. Toddle at the back, just about brings the ball to the ground. Fremantle CBC have the numbers. One of those was Anthony. Handball was fantastic. Lowers his eyes. And there he is again, Anthony. Oh, good smell off the boot by the player there in James Canty. Good effort of him by North Beach. Handball's okay. Once again, they're under pressure, North Beach. Miles Franken can handball it. He does do that.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't have the opportunity to pick it up. There was Chris Bazzelli. Kind of give that of a soccer kind of kick, wouldn't we, Brett?
Yeah, be handy for England on Monday morning or something, mate. Just all of a sudden, they've got more numbers around the contest. More green jumpers than the North Beach ones at the moment.
Certainly do. So Toddle doing the ruck work for North Beach versus King. Give that one to Toddle. Finds Bazzelli, though, for Fremantle CBC. A lot of players around the contest because this is what pressure does to you. And like I agree with Brett, they seem to have more numbers out on the ground at the moment to Fremantle CBC. Trail on the scoreboard only by 2 points, 2-7 to 3-3. King wins the ball to the ground. Tried to find Anthony. Oh, well done by the North Beach player. Surely didn't have it. Handball here was good. Mansfield. He's been brilliant this quarter, Mansfield. Tried to find his teammate there in Broadbent. Second effort by Broadbent was fantastic. And handball over the top to Reid. Reed and Broadbent put the tackle on here. Give that to Broadbent. Good personal effort by him. Brings the ball in the corridor, but reading the ball very well was Luke Harding. They just have a bit of problem going forward there, Brett, to North Beach.
Yeah, it's that last kick, and the CBC's back half have been really good this quarter.
Led by this guy, Nick Borovic, has been the Rock of Gibraltar down back. He finds it's Luke Pearson. Pearson, he can go sideways, and he does do that and finds Harding again. Harding can go back, and he does do that because no one's on him in Luke Pearson.
And he hasn't moved,
no.
by the way.
He played on again to
Those
Harding.
kicks.
Harding goes straight down the line on the left foot to a 2-on-1. Reading the play extremely well was Hoskins. His second effort was good. Falls in the thumbs as Miles Franklin. Franklin lowers his eyes. Tried to find Meadow Croft, but he's overran it. Running well for North Beach out of the back line was good. The tackle's even better. Pressure well done. Below his knees was Toddle was good. They have the ball now through Hoskin. Over the top was okay. Heard the call of the handball. They could be out here, North Beach, if it stands up. Mitch Gill's here by himself. He can kick the ball over the top all by himself for the North Beach player. Still there by himself is Chapman. Chapman decides to finally find the player and finally finds Broadbent. He was all by himself for about 25 seconds. And lucky they've got to. So Dylan Broadbent.
It's a good pass by Mackenzie in the end for the big fella to bend over.
It was. Look, the one thing we've noticed about North Beach today is it slots it. Good kick by Dylan Brockbend. But the one thing we have noticed about North Beach is they really seem to spread a lot better out of a contest than CBC generally have today. Once they turn that ball over, their hands are very, very quick and just they run in waves, and that's how they're able to get ahead of the ball. And look, well done to Dylan Brockbend getting at the end of it and ends up with that important goal there for North Beach Footy Club.
But what it was in the middle of the ground, wasn't it, when the handball over to Hoskins, he just heard the noise. He just handball over the top, and they had the wave of numbers by North Beach. So good goal to them. Bit of a steadier bricks. They needed it.
Yeah, and the names we spoke about at quarter time hardly called this quarter in Reed, Leishman, and then Hoskins. I think that was about the first time I've heard his name this quarter. So they're key players, and they got them going that just then to kick that important fourth goal for them. Good
ruck work then by King. For North Fremantle, his opposition ruckman Chapman was up for the contest as well. He tries to chisel the ball forward. Mansfield was good once again. Handball was okay. Well done by North Fremantle. Chan have handball there. One Tom Hooker was good. Found his teammate on the left in Sam King. He's been good. King again and good consistent play. Finds Chris Bazell in heat. Likewise, he chiseled the ball over the top and found Ned Brennan.
Been quiet today so far.
Very quiet. Brett, his first possession, I would have thought Brennan. Finds Ching on the right. Beautiful kick, lowers his eyes, and good passage of play from Fremantle CBC. He finds his teammate out there, Lukey Pearson.
Jeez, they do have a lot of ball that goes through Basili and Chen, don't they?
Yep.
They do use it quite a lot.
So Luke Pearson right on the 50-metre line here. Take a good kick from there, but it looks like he's confident getting the distance in Luke Pearson. So deliberate shot at goal, Pearson. Beautiful kick off the boot, but just sways it left. Got the distance okay, but going for the extra distance has pushed it left for another minor score again for Fremantle CBC.
Nick Borovac's had an outstanding second quarter for the Fremantle CBC side. He's just defended so well, and intercept marks have been outstanding this quarter.
See me now too, Brett. He's setting it up here behind the plate.
Look like a big thing. Posse of Indians in the middle of the ground. Oh, what's going on?
That's it.
Game's changed, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, I used to play.
They're coming our side.
I used to play. You used to be able to hide for a couple of seconds. You can't hide anywhere at the moment. So Dan Leishman goes over the top. That player just mentioned Borovic about took a good mark. Handball over the top. Pressure then by Connie was good for North Fremantle. Below his knees was fantastic effort then by Mitch Dwyer. Running through the corridor here now. Well done by North Beach. Takes a bounce. Low his eye. Well done by Miles Franklin. Once again, Sam Lamont. Should have done a lot more with that. Shouldn't have taken a bounce. Should have kicked the ball to the hot spot, but didn't. Took a bounce, and Franklin was up to the contest. The player we mentioned again, Nick Borovic, he was good. Went back, found his teammate over there in Brenton Chin. Chin lowers his eyes and finds his teammate there in Luke Salamone. Salamone finds the captain coach and Anthony's all by himself. He can take a shot from there. There he is from outside 50. I tell you what, downtown. Great goal, great footy. Fremantle CBC. That was a great team lifting goal.
Geez, how good was that? And the young bloke there tests his 33, 34-year-old hamstrings, I would have thought. I reckon he'll be feeling that tomorrow. But, look, most importantly for CBC, back within a goal. And, impressive by CBC there, Brett.
Oh, their little blokes in and under this quarter have been outstanding. Their tackling's been first class. They haven't missed any tackles, which is important. The smother from Miles Franklin during that passage of play when North Beach looked out. Wonderful pressure from CBC, and they've really come with some zest and energy about them today.
Certainly was. Fremantle CBC, they are up for the task, and the captain coach Anthony, beautiful kick from outside 50. That 1%ers by Miles Franklin, that little smother in the half-back flank over the top there, and Borovic once again has been a very good player for Fremantle CBC. So in the ruck contest this time is Tyler Chalwell. He rotated straight down to Luke Salamone. Salamone on his right to the hot spot over there. 1-on-1. Well done by Tommy Hooper. Good sport by him. They have this numbered Broadbent around the corner. This could be another one. Minor score. So Meadowcroft is very crafty front and centre. The roving forward for Fremantle CBC, and we're all Stevens boys. 3-9-27, North Beach are 4-3-27, and we've just gone 20 minutes. So fantastic half of footy by the underdogs in Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, the scores might be level, but there'll be some concerns in the North Beach camp around their centre bounce work.
So have the ball now, decides to play on, kick the ball all by himself. Meadowcroft just
should have taken it.
Well done by Tom Hooper. Put a contest in the footy. He has shaved a certain goal in Tommy Hooper. Well done.
Jeez, but you've got to take those marks. There's been a couple of those dropped in that forward line today, unfortunately.
Yeah, left his player, did Hoops, and put a contest on the ball. That's all he needed. Well done by the ruckman there in Chapman. Found Meadowcroft, the opposite, and in front. Umpire's call played on. Thought it was a mark, but it wasn't. And good pressure once again by Tommy Hooper.
I think Newman's nearly kicked that off the ground, laying on his back.
Once again, he's playing a good game. Tom Hooper down one end of the ground, and Borovic up the other end of the ground for Fremantle CBC. Good spoil then by Miles Franklin. Handball's okay. Anthony stood under pressure. Have the ball now to North Beach. Trying to find Toddle. Good strong mark by him. It's Oscar Toddle. Has the ball. Half-back flank at the moment. Decides to kicks the ball down the line. Big Dan Leishman takes a good contested mark. Sure, it's a mark. Umpire said no, it wasn't. So Chapman has it. Below his knees was okay. Tried to find his teammate there, Mitch Dwyer. Dwyer's overrun. It falls in the hands of Tommy Hooker. Sells a bit of candy. Does Hooker by Chen to Anthony. Good passage of play. They're just using the ball well now. Fremantle CBC, and finds David Roche. Roche on the right foot and finds Meadowcroft. Great kick. Done. Smart play. Fremantle CBC.
Jeez, it's been good. And the key thing that's changed really now is if they are having a turnover, it's not in the back half, which, they're able to get the ball forward of centre. They're actually starting to hit some targets inside 50, and that's why they're now ahead on the scoreboard.
So Aaron Meadowcroft, he's already kicked 2 boys, and this could be his 3rd.
If you're looking for a small, crafty forward, mate, this young man certainly knows his ability up the forward half there, Ward.
Yeah, he's been pretty handy so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, he looks dangerous. He runs to the right spots.
Yep.
He's 30 out here. Really, you'd like to think he should convert, and they should be in front, CBC.
So Meadowcroft trusting left foot, goes at left.
Oh dear.
And I tell you what, he's missed it. He knew it straight away, and he missed everything. It's just when you pump a player's tyres up. There,
I
Brett,
said he was crafty. Didn't say kick.
So missed everything. Did Meadowcroft, but he's done okay. He's kicked a couple already. He's been the most dangerous small forward on the ground. Don't you worry about that. So King wins an easy, uncontested footy.
Here's another one you wouldn't mind in your team.
Oh, yeah. He's
pretty
just
handy.
Very agile, isn't he?
Just works.
King kicks the ball to the hot spot. It's about taking one hand over the top, but didn't. Ball comes to ground. Good pressure then by North Beach. Handball's okay. Tyrwell was good and found Chen, and Chen had to probably lick more time than he thought.
I reckon, so they've had 13 scoring shots on the board at the moment. I reckon that's probably been 17 or 18 actual shots on goal.
Yep.
They should be dominating this game of footy at the moment.
So 23 in junk time gone in the second quarter. And it's been a very good one by Fremantle CBC. So they kick the ball down North Beach, tries to find Leishman. He's just about overmarked then by Borovic. As Brett said, he's been a very, very good defender for Fremantle CBC. Very good one-on-one contest. and just knows where to get the footy in the back half of the court. So there they are then. Chapman wins the ball to the ground. Dion Anthony wins the ball in the contest. Below his knee was okay. Through traffic, well done by the North Beach defender. Tried to find Mitch McKenzie. And Mitch McKenzie takes a good contested mark. He decides to play on. Oh, dropped an easy mark. Was the player there, and Mitch Dwyer, but had enough time to get it back to McKenzie. He can open up the corridor, finds Chapman. The 1-2 is okay. So North Beach pushed the ball out. Surely that's a push in the back to Borovic, and it certainly was. Dion Connie, I don't know what you're thinking then, but you weren't thinking about giving a free kick, and you gave it away to Borovic.
I've just been watching Daniel Leishman for 3 or 4 minutes. I think he's had a bit of company this quarter with Dylan Marinelli just running around with him as maybe a defensive half forward,
yeah.
and it's worked.
Yeah, smart option there to keep him under control.
Yep.
So Tyler Chowell takes a mark. Decides to play on. Pretty slack running then by the North Beach defender there.
Kick.
Yeah.
And finds King by himself. He can play on as well. Kick the ball to the hot spot. Tries to find Meadowcraft. This time he's behind the footy. Tried to find his teammate there, and Luke Pearson for Fremantle CBC. Through traffic once again was Manfield. He's done okay. Chisel the ball out and find Hamish Colton. Colton got on his boot. Could be out here, North Beach. Handball over the top, but they decided to kick the ball to the hot spot. Totals outnumbered. And that is the half-time score here at Charles Riley. Seath North Beach 4 goals 3. Fremantle are 3 goals 10. Major goal scorers for Fremantle CBC. Young Aaron Meadowcroft's been outstanding with 2 goals, 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Liam Anthony, a fantastic running goal from outside 50. He's got 1. And goal scorers for North Beach are Scurio, Garcia, Reid and Broadbent. Ward, firstly over to you. Been a very, very good display by Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, look, their second quarter was outstanding. I was just having a look. 9 scoring shots to 2 that quarter, gentlemen. So, look, they really came to play early on, but then just turned it on in that second quarter. They'll be disappointed to have 3 goals 10 on the board at the moment, unfortunately. But, look, they're a point up at half-time now, which, I'm sure they would have taken at the beginning of the game, Brett.
Yeah, very good point, and it gives them some confidence going into the second half now, doesn't it? They know that their best footy and their most aggressive tackling pressure game, it's shown that it can undo the undefeated North Beach. So, there's a challenge in the third quarter for both teams. CBC to continue and North Beach to respond.
We're sitting 5th, aren't they, Fremantle CBC? So there's 3 clubs with only 1 game behind them. So that's TA's North Fremantle and Scarborough. Very important game. So if they drop this, and obviously North Beach undefeated, gives those 3 clubs the opportunity to pick up 4 points.
Oh, look, it's super important, and look, as we mentioned with the fixture, unfortunately, due to what happened with COVID, there's that double round that's been missed, possibly where teams were going to play each other twice. I think it was in the 10-team competitions. I think they're possibly looking at trying to redo one of those rounds later on in the year, just depending on what happens with other fixtures. But look, yeah, super important game today in the context of the season.
Absolutely. So half time here at Charles Riley, which is the home of the North Beach Football Club Seeds. North Fremantle CBC in front by 1 point, 3 goals 10. That's 28. And North Beach are 4-3-27. We'll be back after half time. What should be a very good second half of footy. Welcome back to Charles Riley. Half-time of this game sees Fremantle C.B.C. in front by 1.310-28 to the North Beach 4-3-27. My name's Cam Robbins, joined in the commentary box by Brett Mayo and Wood. Firstly, over to you, Brett. Better players for both sides.
Yeah, we spoke a quarter time about a few players who didn't have a lot of influence in the second quarter, so I probably thought for the second quarter Stephen Mansfield was probably North Beach's best, and probably over to half-time probably their most consistent player. Some players that's popped up, Luke Salamone was very, very good for CBC. Nick Borovac down the back half was outstanding. Young, the ruckman, Sam King was fantastic as well. And probably some of those smaller mids that you also alluded to, Ward, during the second quarter for CBC. Basile, both Anthony boys got involved. Chen, absolutely outstanding. A wonderful goal from their captain, and really the scoreboard probably doesn't reflect what their lead should be.
So 13 scoring shots to 7. Ward, like I think you called earlier, they probably should be a bit more in front.
Oh, definitely. And look, they've missed quite a few out on the full today as well. So I think that they've actually been quite dominant today, and a lot more than the scoreboard definitely reflects. North Beach, look, they've shown that when they can get the ball out, they probably do actually run a bit better than the CBC boys. And I think there's a little bit more pace, and probably have the opportunity to, I think pile on some goals pretty quickly. But if CBC keep pushing this pressure out, I think we're going to be a lot closer to the margin we spoke about earlier today.
Absolutely. So players go back in their contest. I think down back too, I think Tommy Hooper's done well, full back. A lot of one percenters, and he's probably stopped a few more goals than Fremantle with CBC could get. So he's done pretty good down back. But Borovic, like you said, up the other end again, Brett, he's been outstanding, mopping off the half-back flank for Fremantle CBC. He's been good. Yeah,
they stopped the footy across probably sort of 50 to 60 out in the second quarter instead of letting North Beach get a little bit deeper. So it was a congested game at times, and a lot of both sides pushing players up into the middle of the ground. But I think Ward alluded to it. This CBC's skills in the second quarter improved, and they got a bit of reward, but just on the points department more than the goals, unfortunately for them.
So just about to start the third quarter at the home of North Beach, beautiful Charles Riley in North Beach. It's going to be Chapman doing the ruck work versus the ever-reliable King for Fremantle CBC. And well done by King, stands his feet. Chapman gets it, but second effort was okay. Mansfield again below his knees was good. Fremantle CBC win the ball out. They kick the ball to the half-forward flank here. Right from the area. There's who he is again. He's very good below his knees. Meadowcraft, good use of the handballs. Kick the ball forward to Fremantle. Oh, courage over the top. Well done then by the North Beach defender. That was Hamish Colton. Good courageous effort by him. And going back on the fly to the ball takes a lot of courage, and he stood up in the contest very well there, Ward. Colton?
No, very, very good there. That's what they're going to need in this quarter, try and match CBC's pressure.
So well done then by Chapman. Brings the ball to the concert. Mansfield overran it. Miles Frankel, good by hands. Chisel the ball back out. Fremantle CBC go forward over the top, standing his ground. Oh, good tackle by Broadbent. Could be holding the ball. Hooper went and got it again, this second effort. But fantastic tackle by the little crumbing rover there in Aaron Meadowcraft.
A little bit unlucky, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so as well.
Should have been rewarded.
So we're only about 5 metres out from Fremantle CBC. They're attacking the goal scoring here to the right of the screen. Well done by Chapman. Meadowcraft again. Good tackle by the North Beach player there in Matthew Murray. And the ball's going nowhere. Umpire says give the ball to me. So Chapman versus Ned Brennan doing the ruck work this time. Well done by Brennan. Brings the ball to the contest. Chapman kicked the ball off. Chen started under the contest. Handball the ball back. Tries to find Franklin. Franklin stood under the contest extremely well. Found Luke Pearson. Pearson from outside 50. And should have done a lot more than that.
Another one of those again, boys,
Luke
unfortunately.
Pearson. Absolutely.
Geez, they've come out swinging so far. CBC, really good start to the quarter by them, and look, probably should have a score on the board already.
Yeah, they started where they finished in the second quarter, didn't they?
I was just about to point out early in the quarter Jordan Williamson, the start he's had, and I just saw he just copped one right in the belly from one of the North Beach players.
Yeah, he's down on his haunches there. Didn't see it, but we've got it on camera. Might better see it later on. Lowers his eyes and a good kick and finds his teammate there in Luke Salamone. Has been good, this kid, Salamone. See, you got that number 5 there in Jordan Williamson. He's got one in his bread basket. Still very ginger getting up. He's now on his feet, but it's a good sign. So Luke Salamone is about 45 metres out.
He's a good long kick.
Beautiful orange boots. Salamone, deliberate shot of goals.
Oh, that looks
That
lovely
is
off
an
the boot.
absolutely beautiful kick by Luke Salamone, and a fantastic start by Fremantle CBC. They extend the lead now to 7 points, and they've started where they finished off in the second quarter there, Ward.
Yeah, the pressure's been excellent by them so far. They've won that clearance out of the middle nice and early there, and then it's just been a few repeat entries. Great vision there by Chris Basili to hit Luke Salamone up, and look, the play that was really good in the second quarter. He started the third really well with the first goal for CBC, Brett.
Yes, we've continued on. I suppose we spoke at half time about could they maintain that pressure and would North Beach respond. I know we're only early into the quarter, but they've certainly come out firing and ready to go for the third. Got some real spirit about them today.
Certainly has. It's Chapman in the contest. Out-rucked by King again. Well done by Soli. Kicks the ball forward to his right. Or surely in the back.
Surely in the
Carried
back.
him forward, I would have thought, but the umpire said no, it's held to him. Brett, no easy kick out there if you're a defender or a player for either side.
No, yeah. Have a sore head too after coming off that one, but
Absolutely. Good effort then by Chapman. Second effort was okay. Once again, Fremantle CBC, they're always first to the footy. Mopped up then by Morrissey. Morrissey on his right boot. Kicks the ball, well hit by the full forward there in Newman. And kick around the corner, and a good ball. Still kept in play for Meadowcraft. Still in play.
I think
is
he
it?
did too, yeah.
He is kept in play. Good
jeez.
effort then. Colton has it now for North Beach and tries to find Nick Reid. Nick Reid's outnumbered by Miles Franklin. Franklin did well under the contest. Reid tackle was good. Well done there by Borovic. Good tackle by Mitch Dwyer.
Geez, I reckon Miles Franklin could have done a bit more with that ball as it was coming out. He saw Nick Reid running towards him, and I don't know if he wanted to make contact there.
Certainly didn't. So it's Mitch Dwyer relieved the pressure of the half-back flank. Kicks the ball down the line. There's a good kick. Finds the teammate over there into Leishman. The thrown in forward has Dan Leishman.
Oh, jeepers.
Over the shoulder then was Mansfield. So good move by them to put Leishman up forward. You can use the footy.
yeah, they might be trying to shake that the
Tag.
tag.
Yep. So Mansfield kicks the ball up to centre half-back flank. I think Borovic's got back and taken over. This guy's been sensational.
Absolutely.
Here he is again, Borovic. So he has to go way back because no one's forward. They have possession of the footy now, do Fremantle CBC. They kick the ball down the line to Borovic. The left foot kick down the line. Bring the ball to the ground. Well rowed by Fremantle CBC. Kick the ball to along the lines. Hitting the hard head. It was a North Beach defender. Handball was okay. Kick around the corner was good. Gains a few meterage. Over there, back tackle. Great mark. Umpire didn't pay it. Jeez, that was just about a good mark.
Is that one of the Anthonys? We're a long way away.
Yep.
Yeah, that is there. Yep.
So we've just gone 5.5 minutes. 7 points the difference. Fremantle CBC in front. Yes, that's right. Fremantle CB in front. They've had 7 more scoring shots and they're up by 7 points. So North Beach tried to push the ball forward. Franklin, he's done a lot of work down back. Handball the ball over the top. Tried Chris Pacelli. He's been good too. Standing under the pressure very well in this third quarter. Gone 6 minutes.
Yeah, they've really struggled in the front half of the ground, North Beach, since quarter time, Ward.
Yeah, they have, and I wonder if that's why we've seen a Dan Leash move a little bit further up the ground, just so they can start getting some inside 50s, because they just haven't seen a lot of it down there today. And then, as we talked about, young Borovac, he's been exceptional down there.
So North Beach pushed the ball forward, gained a few meterage. Like I said, Leishman's gone forward. Once again, mopping down back was very good, was Warwick Andreoli. He's good on the right, but tackled very good by North Beach in Leishman. So it's tucked away in a pocket. It's 4-10 to 4-3 on the Rory O'Rourke North Beach scoreboard. The umpire's going to throw the ball in. We're about 2 metres away from the North Beach goals. Can they sneak a goal here? Because they've been pretty ordinary start of the third quarter. Well done by King again. Roves his own ball. Gets it again. Leishman, the handball over the top was good. Little chisel around the corner. That's a smart kick. Can play on around the corner, and this should be a gimme, and he has
well
kicked
done.
it. Dylan Brock Brock Band has kicked a very, very good goal, but very good below his knee was Mitch Dwyer. The handball and the vision was very good.
Oh, look, really good by them. And look, I think what that shows is North Beach, when they actually do get going, you can see why they're 10 and zip at the moment and how dangerous they are. CBC being exceptional today, but look, that's probably the only question mark in my head at the moment. If North Beach really get a run on, what happens to the game? So we set up for a really interesting last quarter and a half, Brett.
Yeah, it's work rate for a little bit better efficiency in it. The work rate of CBC has been greater than North Beach most of the day. But as you said, when North Beach get that little bit of time and space, they look a little bit cleaner and a bit faster. But it's the pressure's been enormous all day.
This is Chapman versus King. King wings it again, straight down to Anthony. Anthony down the centre half forward position, just about mark it. It is over the top to David Roche. The ruck work by King to Anthony, that was copybook in the middle of the ground.
He's been super impressive today. And I've taken note he's hardly left the ground as well, so he's got two ruckmen going up against him, but he hasn't had a lot of time off the ground himself.
Maybe the chairman of selectors to your state side on the left. He's writing a few little notes down in his book there, Brett.
Well, I hope so. You could do worse than take him with you.
So there he is, David Roche, from outside
great
50.
Kick.
Great goal and a quick answer back to Fremantle CBC, but hats off to the big ruckman there in King. A very good ruck work straight down with his captain coach Anthony, straight down the throat of Roche, and Roche has converted for a goal for Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, beautiful. Look, his third set shot on goal today, and good to see him finally nab his first, David Roche. But CBC just been dominant out of the stoppages all day. We spoke about Stevie Mansfield from North Beach. That's probably been the real strong lone hand in there at the moment, just around the clearances. But look, that work from King straight to the captain there. It was textbook footy and just absolutely beautiful from CBC. Yeah,
CBC got their three main mids in there in our field: Bazil, Anthony, and Salamone. So with King doing the ruck work, they look dangerous.
Is that ruck this time by Oscar Toddle, Tonafon Gill? He had held it. Trying to chisel the ball out. There is James Garcia. It's starting to get pretty black over there at the moment, guys. Hopefully the rain holds off.
Such important to kick back so quickly after that North Beach goal, wasn't it, Ward?
Oh, absolutely right. As I said, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but perfect response.
Geez, King just seeing through the binoculars, boys. He does a lot of work. He's just under the ball. Second, third efforts are always there.
Yeah, it's just work rate, isn't it, with him?
Absolutely. King wins that one. I think he held it. He's going to get a free kick, I think. It's against him. Goes to Oscar Tuttle. He tries to handball over the top. On the left boot from outside 30, kicks to the forward pocket. Pretty ordinary kick by mine. They have numbers around the contest of Fremantle CBC. Force the hand, Lux more than anything to James Canty. Canty back to teammate in Lamont. Lamont's tackled by about 3 or 4 players for Fremantle CBC. One of those is Anthony. He picks himself up on the contest.
Their smother work's been terrific today, CBC.
Yeah, it's just that pressure again, isn't it?
An enormous amount of smothers.
It's a good effort by King again. Tries to find Anthony. Well done through the traffic was Bazzelli on his left. Kicks the ball to the half flank and good contested marks been taken by Ned Brennan. Been fairly quiet, Brennan, but brings the ball in the captain coach and Anthony. Anthony can kick over the far side. Good hard running by Fremantle CBC and good contested mark has been taken then by Justin Morrissey. So Morrissey, he can switch the play and find Anthony again. He's had a field day and his brother, there's Dion keeping his brother company. He kicks the ball to the half-forward flank and finds Ned Brennan.
Got something about him, this Ned Brennan. We haven't seen a lot of him today, but we saw a fair bit of him last time, and he didn't kick straight, but he
gets a lot of good mark in him.
Yeah, he's got a good set of hands. It's his left foot that's not that needs a little bit of work.
So here is Ned Brennan.
Having said that, he probably kicked this from 55.
Hopefully, mate.
Yeah.
He's right on the 50-metre mark here. Ned Brennan decides to play on, kick the ball straight down the line. Not going to make the distance. And good spoil over the top then by Danny Leishman. It's now gone back again.
About 17 people had a grab of that, I reckon. Yep. So should have stuck with someone, but forced through for a behind.
So 11:32 the third quarter. It's 5-11 to 5-3, 8-point margin to the visiting side in Fremantle CBC. Leishman kicks from himself, decides to play on, kicks the ball down the half-back flank, a wobbly kick off the boot. They have the ball now, do North Beach. Once again finds Dion Anthony. He's good, stands under the contest. Handballs the ball out to Luke Pearson. Pearson can lower his eyes and finds his teammate Lace out and David Roche. Similar where he kicked the ball from before Roche, so the distance is not a problem.
Yeah, look, he's found the goals once now, and hopefully he can knock that through. But look, the thing from me there was, look, C.B.C, they really seem to be, first to the ball, and Nick Reid just got to that ball nice and late, and they shouldn't be able to get marks like that inside 50 so easily.
Dave from Roche right on the 50-metre paint line. He's tried to get a bit of distance and pushed it left, and a minor score. And thank goodness for North Beach supporter, you'd like it, because they haven't really troubled the scoreboard much this quarter with only one goal, and Fremantle C.B.C are doing all the attacking this quarter. There's Dan Leishman. Decides to play, and he can draw the player over the top. Finds Mackenzie. Mackenzie on his right boot. Kicks the ball down the lane. It's a good kick. Finds his teammate there in Sam Lamont. He's been quiet. Lamont takes a bounce. And kick down the line's okay. Lace out and finds his teammate there in Broadbent. He's kicked a couple of goals this quarter, Broadbent. He's tucked away in a pocket there. Difficult to kick a goal from there. It's Broadbent. So he kicks the ball to the hot spot.
Disappointing.
No, not
what
a
a
great
shocking kick. Should have done a lot more than that.
Oh, even just centre it. No, straight
Just
to
a
the hot
waste of
spot.
opportunity,
Yeah,
Ward, wasn't it?
absolutely.
Total waste of opportunity. Basically sums up North Beach Day at the moment. They've been outclassed by the underdog and Fremantle C.B.C. They kick the ball down the line. Oh, it's turned it straight back over and falls in the hand of Mitchell Mackenzie. He decides to play on, lowers his eyes and hits lace out Stevie Mansfield.
Geez, we did notice though once Leishman ended up running, carrying, got that ball out. And how quickly they moved the ball inside 50. Brockben's kick was obviously no good, but once again the C.B.C of the first quarter, couple of turnovers they shouldn't. Look, hopefully it doesn't cost them here.
So Mansfield, kick off the boot, gun barrel straight. Good goal, good reply for North Beach, and they needed that goal then just to get themselves back in the contest. 6 goals, 3 on the Rory O'Rourke scoreboard, and Fremantle C.B.C are 5-12-42. They're still behind by 3 points, but they needed to stem the flow there, Brett, because Fremantle C.B.C have had all the play this quarter.
Yeah, that's disappointing, isn't it, from a CBC perspective of just the, another 2 goals, 2 and 1 on the full this quarter, and a couple others gone close. And North Beach have probably only been inside 50 3 or 4 times and have ended up kicking 2 goals this quarter, so it hurts. Efficiency in the forward half is important, and 17 shots to 9, we should have a different scoreboard.
So it's Tuttle versus King. Oh, good knock by Tuttle. Brings the ball to the ground, ropes his own ball. Tuttle dives on it. Good effort by him. Bottom of the ground. Mansfield was good. Heard the call from out back. Found Gill on the right. And Miles Franklin, the veteran, lowers his eyes and hits up his captain coach. He's had a good quarter, Lee Anthony, but the ball's touched off the boot. Hit the ground, I think. And right in the centre half forward position for North Beach. The field umpire says, give the ball to me.
Yeah, Franklin just needed to take a little bit more time there. No need to rush.
So King tries to get the contest. Good tackle by Tuttle. Put a saddle on him. Put a good tackle on him. Good defensive pressure by Tuttle.
Yeah, I think that's a free kick to King in the ruck there. He just wrapped his arms around him because King's got the height and gave him no chance to attack the ruck contest.
And well done again. Through traffic was okay. Mansfield had it again. Tries to find his teammate. Good pressure. Well done by Fremantle CB. Chin was good. So was Anthony. He's had a field day this quarter. Kicks the ball down the line. Good sprawl over the top by the player there in Matthew Murray.
Good tackle.
Good tackle as well. Meadow Crofties overran it. Murray went back in the contest. 1% was good by him. Hooper's on the back. Lucky's not a push in the back there. Stacks on the mill. Umpire says, give the ball to me.
Lucky or unlucky, Cam, but that was in the back.
Well, I noticed through the binoculars with Brendan Green, he's had about 5 beers so far as the former captain of Claremont. I'll rub into him after the game with that one. Field umpire throws a ball up. Tuttle wins it, but Rove, well done by Salamone, by Fremantle CBC over the spot. Meadowcross by himself. Had it before he spun it. He did. On the contest there, geez,
unlucky there. Look, really smart by Meadowcroft. The 2 North Beach players went up and he was sitting front and square, and his hands have actually been pretty good for the majority of the day as well. So, missed opportunity for for CBC.
Well done. Bazzelli, well done. Roved his own ball. Anthony off the left. I'll tell you what, he's missed it. Had a bit more time than he thought. Did Dion Anthony, but it's another minor score. Once again, they haven't got the kicking boots on. Second time we've seen them, Brett. They're now 5-13.
Yeah, but they are right in the contest. Last time they kicked 5-15, I think, but they weren't involved in the game.
Good kick by Tuttle. Let's find his teammate out there in Lachlan Scurry. He's been quiet on his right boot. Good kick, though. Great kick. Finds a teammate there in Dwyer, and Dwyer lace out. This is better play now by North Beach. And finds Andrew McGuinness, who's been fairly quiet. McGuinness, haven't called his name too often this afternoon, but here's a chance to put North Beach back in front.
And who would have thought that they could jump back into front, into the lead from here? Like it seemed like such a dominant performance from C.B.C for the majority of the game. But look, only 4 points on the scoreboard at the moment.
So McGuinness, right foot kick. He's pushed it right for a minor score. So on the Roy O'Rourke scoreboard, they're 6 goals 4, and Fremantle CBC are 5 goals 13.
Really taken Reid, Leishman and Hoskins out of the game since quarter time, haven't they? I'm not sure how they've done it for across all three, but such important players in the first quarter need to get rolling again for the Beach.
And the rain's starting to drizzle down here. Through traffic was brilliantly roved off the top. Brilliant effort then by James Canty. But mucking around the ball again. Back to Canty. Kick around the corner. Oh, luck's a fortune.
Yeah, they should have done better there.
Should have done a lot more better with that.
That was Harlem Globetrotter footy there, wasn't it? They didn't quite get the result though.
Nah, certainly. They've wasted an opportunity there, North Beach. Starting to get a bit chilly and black here, and like it's starting to sprinkle down with rain at the moment. Harley producing there, starting to get a little bit worried. And good mark over the top.
It's not just Haley that's getting worried, Cam.
Anthony again, they've had quarters, the brothers. Leon to Dion. Leon kicks the ball to the centre half forward position. Oh, that back take well done. Good, strongly contested mark is Jordan Newman.
Yeah, look, the bodywork there, I don't know if you noticed by Tom Wright there, just to put that extra pressure on the North Beach defender, allowed Jordan Newman to actually go and take that mark, and let's see if he can get his first goal for the day.
So Newman is about 40 metres out, directly in front. There he is, Newman. Used to be your postman on Seinfeld, did Newman. He is now, kicks the ball down the line. I tell you what, that's a great kick by the postman, Newman. That's his first, but more importantly, puts another goal on the board to the Fremantle CBC side. And it's good contested mark, but good block off the ball. You called it, Ward.
Yeah, really, really good there. And look, good to see Newman jumping on the board. 20 minutes gone in this third quarter now, and CBC with that really important lead. So it's going to be set up for a really important fourth quarter, really interesting fourth quarter, Brett.
Yeah, then the conditions are changing, and the smarter people put the lights on earlier than we thought. They deserve the lead. They should be further in front, and we're building toward what should be an exciting last quarter.
So the middle of ground once again. Charles Riley. Chapman doing the ruck work. Brings the ball to ground. Borovik's doing the ruck work, giving King a final rest. Mansfield caught one high, surely. Still stands on the contest, Mansfield. Good effort by him. Second and third effort was okay. Kicks the ball the half-forward flank. Running at the contest now, North Beach. Handball's okay. Franklin mopped up well. He's doing that all afternoon. Heard the call from outside from Pizzelli. And Broadbent again. Good handball then to Borovic. But Spall over the top by Mansfield has been very good.
Yeah, nice work. Good footy there right the way across the ground. So good hands by CBC and great smother by North Beach.
Yeah, he's carrying a lot of the workload, Mansfield, in the middle for North Beach at the moment. He needs someone to dig in and give him a hand.
Yeah, they have got some good players through there, and CBC just got him covered at the moment.
He's on his lone wolf from Macquarie at the moment, isn't he, poor old Mansfield? Brings the ball to the ground as Chapman.
It's dropped 8 degrees, I think.
Yeah, it's got chilly, hasn't it? Chapman's got tackled. Chen was good below his knees. Gets it again, does Chen. He can kick the ball to the hot spot. Tries to find his teammate there in Jordan Williamson, but he's out. Marked easy by Calafamo. He can use his left foot. His ordinary kick off the boot, but finds Colton. Colton on the right. Good tackle. Should be holding the ball, surely, and it is. David Roche.
Just got his hand in there. It's another smother that's just, kept the footy inside their 50, and they've turned it over again.
So Canty, good tackle.
Great pressure.
Stayed on by this guy, David Roche. He's had a good quarter, Roche. Decides to play on. Kick the ball down the line and finds Warwick Adriolino on the left. Tries to find the former big postman there, Pete in Newman. But once again, the kicking skills of North Beach out of the back half is pretty odd. He coughed it right back up, and Fremantle CBC have the ball again. He lowers his eyes and finds his teammate there.
Jeez, Nick poor manning up there by North Beach Footy Club and letting the backman go for a shot on goal.
It's not as if they shouldn't know who he is. He's had the pill most of the day.
Jeez, he's been close to the best on ground.
He's had a lot of marks.
So Borovic right on the 50-metre line. Kicking around the corner, get a bit of distance. Jeez, he's going to bring rain. Does Borovic right on the top of the point of the square. Oh, it's about well roved. And it is a hole again. It's Aaron Meadowcraft. He's nailed his third on his non-preferred right foot kick. And once again, the smart front centre crumbing goal from a little forward there, Ward.
Oh, what a belter of a goal. I'd say that's goal of the day there, Brett.
Oh, I think that's Salomon's goal earlier this quarter was outstanding, but that roving was first class and on his opposite foot as well. A great snap from the pocket and jot him down for the state team, mate.
Yep, he's got those smarts and the crafts up the forward. He's
no pressure waterfall.
And he puts a lot of that defensive pressure too, Brett, in the forward 50 for Fremantle. So the tackles and the smothers. And
he's been a dangerous matchup for him all day, and they've rotated a couple of blokes on him, and he's just... this matchup, full forward, full back's been a really interesting one. He hasn't done a lot, Newman, but he brings it to ground. He doesn't get outmarked, and that's bringing the
just
little blokes
into it. Well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
really
does.
Well.
Yeah.
So the lead now is out to 14 points, would you believe? That's right, Fremantle C.B.C. They're in front by 14 points. Later stages of the third quarter, it's been a dominant quarter by them. They've kicked 4 goals, 3 this quarter, Fremantle C.B.C. And North Beach have only kicked 2 goals, 2. So good effort by them. Umpire's going to throw the ball up. King doing the Ruckworth. Give that one to Chapman. This guy's been okay. He's been good. Mansfield on his left. Once again, the numbers around the ball by Fremantle CBC. Anthony, he's had no one on him all afternoon, is Liam Anthony. Must have BO, Brett, because no one's been near him all afternoon.
Well, there's 2 of them. They're confused, I think. They've both been good, the brothers. Both been very good.
So last minute of this third quarter, I think North Beach wants the siren to go for three-quarter time and regroup and try to refocus on what they can do in the last quarter. Chapman brings the ball to the ground. Once again, King was good below his knees. He got tackled. Roach was good.
Great pick
Handball's okay for Meadowcroft again on the right. Handball's okay. Well done by Newman. Below his knees was okay. North Beach can have heard the handball. Had it before he spent it. Was a North Beach player there in Broadbent. And once again, Newman, those big bucket hands. Won't be too long to go now. 30 seconds to go. Newman's going to kick it to the hot spot. Running over the contest there is Salamoni.
He's a clever footballer.
He's smart. Didn't go to ground, did he?
Yeah,
Very smart.
Well done by both players.
Locked it in there. So can they squeeze out? There's only probably 5 seconds to go in this quarter. This could be the three-quarter time score here. It's just on 25 minutes. The siren should go any minute now. And there it is. Luck's a fortune.
Geez.
So Fremantle CBC, they are 7-13. That's 55. North Beach are 6 goals, 5. That's 41. That quarter, boys, 4 goals, 3 to Fremantle CBC. And North Beach only 2 goals, 2. So Ward, a very good quarter by Fremantle CBC.
Yeah, look, we looked a bit even during that quarter, especially with North Beach sneaking back that second goal, but they finished the quarter a lot better than North Beach and probably go into the last quarter now probably as favourites, which I didn't think I was going to be saying as we started this game. But look, 16 scoring shots to 6 since quarter time, so it shows how dominant they have been. And it's all uphill for now for North Beach, Brett.
Yeah, it's been pressure all day by CBC, and it's been first class. So we've alluded to a couple of times that when North Beach looked dangerous on the outside, but CBC have just haven't allowed them that time and space often enough for them to hit the scoreboard. And 3 goals since quarter time, and they're nearly that down. They're up against it absolutely, and couldn't have been more impressed with CBC today. Massive effort so far, and sure they don't want to leave it at three-quarter time. They've done a great job against North Beach, and a lot of teams in the competition be barracking for North Beach today. It's such a tight competition on the ladder, and there's a few people a bit disappointed with the scoreboard at the moment, apart from CBC supporters, of course.
Absolutely. Speaking of the score, with the Aurora Rock scoreboard, three-quarter time here is Fremantle CBC 7-13, 55. North Beach at 6-5, 41. Don't leave it. We'll be back in a very short amount of time for what should be a very good last quarter live here from Charles Riley. couple of quick scores around the grounds, boys. Thanks very much for people texting in the scores. Tight one, Wembley have come back. North Fremantle 10-9, Wembley are 8-4. That's at three-quarter time. And half-time, the Collegians versus Trinity. Trinity are 8-3 and Collegians are 3-2. But this game here, tell you what, it's been one for the records here. Fremantle C.B.C. 7-13-55. North Beach is 6-5-41. A margin of 14 points. Can they hold on, Brett?
Yes, they can, in my opinion. Their attack on the footy and the opposition today has been first rate, and I think they've got the capabilities to continue that on, unlike how I selected 3 quarters ago.
Don't worry, mate. We all tipped North Beach to win.
We did.
So on the ground once again, Toddle versus King. King again, beautiful ruck, not trying to find his teammate there. Gill, good tackle by him by North Beach in the midfield. They need more of that, North Beach. 14 points, just over 3 goals, but they've only kicked 6 for the game. King brings the ball to the contest, try to find Brennan Ching. He's had a good game, has Ching. Just hard nose, small, on the bottom of the packs all the time, his chin.
Yeah, his little hands are, really quick as well.
Looks like he's tagging also Gill as well. So hell when he didn't have it. Was the player for Fremantle C.B.C. and it's Salamone.
Look at King just bolting forward. He's got a terrific work rate for a big
tank,
fella.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
And this is where it's going to go. No, it's
Jeez,
far
great
right.
kick.
Kicked over the side. Ball over the top was okay. And there's that play we mentioned at King. Second effort by King was fantastic. Found Gill for North Beach. Handball over the top was okay. And kicked the ball down the line. Can North Beach. Ball over the top by the Fremantle CBC. Harding was very good. Salamone was good through traffic. Second effort was even better than by Tom Hooker. And holding the ball it is. Playing on a advantage.
Great
Salamone kicks the ball to the square. All by himself down there was Jordan Williamson. Kick around the corner. And it could be by the postman, Pete. And that's number 2 to Jordan Newman. And a great start by Fremantle CBC.
Luke Salamone, again, Ward around the contest, outstanding. The big ruckman working well. Great defence from Harding, then spoiling a forward foray by the beach. And they're just a little bit more united and a little bit tighter. And Chen, who you mentioned, their little buck's been outstanding.
Oh, mate, I'm wrapped with what CBC have brought up today. We all thought it could have been a very different contest. And look, it's been an excellent game of footy, but great start again by CBC there. North Beach. Look, it's time to start firing some shots, mate. Otherwise, it's game over, I would have thought.
Look at the scoreboard, 21 scoring shots to 11, so 10 more scoring shots. They've been dominant, haven't they? Probably should be a lot more ahead, but they'll take 20 points against the side who have not lost a game yet. So King again in the middle of the ground. He's been outstanding. Ward with Brett keep commenting on how much he can run. Very athletic big man. And the chairman of selectors, I think, has written his name down in his book as well, King.
Well, if he hasn't, I'm doing it for him.
So ruck work once again. There's King. Gets a contest on the ball. Rove this time by the play there in Hoskins. He's been pretty quiet. Hoskins over the top. Spoil's okay. Borovic at the bottom of the pack. And push out. And you'll think it's fine by Miles Franklin, the veteran. He's been good down back too. Miles Franklin kicks the ball down the line. Spoil over the top was okay. Trying to find Salamone. And also Williamson. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Just gone 3 minutes this last quarter. Fremantle CBC are 8-13 and North Beach are 6-5. Total wins this contest this time. Borovic was good, roved off the opposition ruckman. And good mark at the back to Dan Leishman. He needs to just kick the ball down the line. Good kick by Lyle, and he's turned it straight. I thought it was a good kick, but hit Tom Hooker up. Good kick for Hooker. But he plays the opposition, does Tom Hooker. Umpire's call played on, sells a bit of candy, does Hooker. Decides to kick on his non-preferred left. And why wouldn't you? Because he finds his teammate in Nick Brennan.
Sometimes it's just your day, isn't it, Cam?
Yeah.
You just have those days. But, yeah, very un-Dan Leishman like that kick. And CBC, look, they might make him pay for that kick.
Can Nick Brennan kick this one? Brett, he's got an awkward kicking style, the left footer.
Yeah, Hooker sold himself into trouble because I don't think he knew what to do with the footy. And then Brennan presented. Look, from what we've seen so far in the last couple of games, probably not, but they're having a bit of a day, Cam.
Here is Ned Brennan.
Didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
He was going to hand it off as well.
The ball off. I'd taken a good courageous mark. His Hamish Colton is very courageous. Colton.
Lacking a bit of confidence with his kicking, Brennan.
He is. Handball ball over the top to have the numbers again. Anthony was good below his knees. Good tackle once again. I think you'll find that's by Meadowcroft. His 1%ers locking the ball in for Fremantle CBC. Is very, very impressive. And there's a dog on the field, boys. It's called Lassie. There it goes. Get your visual on that. They need something, North Beach, so they're throwing a dog on the field to try to upset Fremantle CBC.
19th man, there we go.
There's a head count. Oh, dearie me. They have it now. Well done. He's been stopped trying Mansfield. He's been good. Leishman through traffic was okay. The 1-2 was good. Good hard running by Leishman. He can take a bounce.
Just under pressure, isn't he? Look,
there's nothing to come
terrific
from,
work by CBC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
well done
great
by
hit.
King.
Great contest again.
Very hard.
Just good numbers.
It certainly was. And taking a good mark there. Once again is Dion Anthony. He's been good. And finds his brother. I've called that a few times this afternoon. Anthony to Anthony. And just used the ball extremely well. And finds the teammate there in Chin on the right.
Marinelli it was.
Marinelli was it. And then find Anthony again. Dion Anthony not playing it. And lace out kick. And you'll find that'll be David Roche. They are doing what they want at the moment. Fremantle CBC. Well, they're playing with North Beach at the moment.
Yeah, they are. And look, picking holes in that defence. North Beach, they just seem to have opened right up now. And look, it was interesting on that last passage of play. Nick Reid giving Dan Leishman an absolute spray for not just bombing that ball long. So a bit of frustration popping into the North Beach side now. And Freo might make him pay with this kick.
So David Roche on the right. And that's a beautiful kick for Roach. A fantastic kick for Roach. That's his second kick, one in the third, and he's now kicked one in the last quarter. And they're now up by 26 points on the Royal O'Rourke scoreboard. 9-13-67, North Beach 6-5-41.
Yeah, look, still plenty of time left in this quarter, but it's starting to look a bit dire for North Beach. 26 points up, and I think they'll be returned to the Cafe Strip winners today, I think now, Brett.
It certainly looks that way. And it's just, I'll continue to say it, it's work rate around the pill, the numbers. They looked out then, North Beach, and CBC refused to wilt, and they just chased them down, and as soon as they hesitated, they nailed them, and away they went again.
So King, beautiful ruck work, tried to find Dion Anthony. He's out muscled by Gill from North Beach. Kick the ball forward, they do now. Good sprawl over the top. And numbers again. Somehow they get a kick on the ball. That was Broadbent. That's better below his knees. First time they've had a real opportunity, but sets Reid up for something. Cop one high, Reid, surely.
Oh, jeez.
Umpire saw that as well. And Luke Harding didn't like that.
How was the... you don't want to be hard on him, but how was probably the lack of confidence from Sam Lamont not to go and actually have a shot there? Nick Reid gone and put through a well-deserved
goal.
Well-needed goal, we should say, for North Beach. But, look, they're just not playing with any confidence at the moment. But, geez, they needed that one.
It was just all hard work too, wasn't it? Like, nothing's flowed freely for them over a period of time. They've had real bursts of 1 or 2 minutes, but over a sustained period thus far, they haven't been able to maintain it, and it's purely just due to great numbers by the CBC side.
And then Nick Reid goes to Luke Harding and said, that definitely was high, mate. I've kicked a goal. And it goes in the book.
I think Luke disagrees.
No,
okay.
No doubt his old man, Paul, former player for East Fremantle and Hawthorn, and good player, Paul Harding.
Absolutely.
And again, King, beautiful ruck work. That was okay. Kick the ball forward to Fremantle CBC. Good sprawl over the top by North Beach. This is better by them. A couple of minutes or so by them. Mansfield's caught one high. The umpire saw that as well. So young Mansfield has probably been a lone wolf from McQuaid in the midfield for North Beach. Ball's got to come back.
I think you'll find this little Lockie Scurrier that's with the ball at the moment. Yeah.
It is, yeah, very similar. It's very small in stature. He has now nothing to kick to. He goes on his left foot down the line. Oh, cleaned up there. The umpire's call played on. Tell you what, that should have been a kick.
Nick Burovac, I think it might have been.
Dion Connie didn't know what came in them. Sprawl over the top. Well roved by North Beach. Through traffic was good. This is better by them. Kicks the ball down the line to a one-on-one. Just about good mark over the top, but Nick Borovic stands his ground.
Ooh. Bit of passion in the game at the moment, gentlemen.
Yes, North Beach are fired up. Borovic's caught
one high. He might be in a bit of bad way here. Yeah, that was a dangerous tackle, I thought, Ward.
Yeah, I agree with you.
A sling tackle. And Borovic will
Not sure
receive
the
the
locals
kick.
agree.
No, it was they were a bit vocal over in the North Beach grandstand there.
He's pulled a card out, I feel.
Certainly has.
Send him off.
Certainly has. I would have thought that. So Sam
is that
Lamont.
Lamont?
Sam
Yeah.
Lamont's been yellow carded.
Not his best day.
No, he's had a dirty day.
Oh, he's not happy as he walks off the ground as well.
Yep. You won't need to shower after the game, boys. He's had a bath all day as Lamont. He's had a pretty ordinary day out
hello.
there, Charles Riley. So
Nasty.
Borovic, this guy's been sensational.
Didn't you want to
Borovic.
go up there for a drink later?
Borovic on his right. North Fremantle CBC spoil each other there.
I think the difference will be he's going to have to pay for his drinks tonight, mate. So.
There's a little bit of frustration there for the Beach. They just
It
haven't
is.
had some flow in their play, and it's all credit to the CBC boys.
So King, ruck work again, brings the ball to the ground. Try to find Salamone and also Anthony. And the ball's going now with the umpire says give the ball to me. And North Beach players starting to get frustrated. As King again wins the contest, finds Leon Anthony and Dion Anthony. Both keep each other a bear hug. They've been pretty good, the brothers,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Brett, this afternoon.
Yep.
They've been good.
Yeah. Clean with the pill as well, which has been important for him.
Truck rope once again. Below his knee was okay. Was Leishman's on the bottom of the pack. Umpire said give the ball to me. They're chewing up a bit of time at the moment. Fremantle CBC. We've gone 11 minutes, about 14 minutes to go. It's 9:13:67 to 7:5:47. A margin of 20 points. Fremantle CBC's way. Umpire throws the ball up. Well done by King. Brings the ball in the contest. Good tackle by Dan Leishman. And ball's going nowhere.
Yeah, North Beach, they've thrown a couple of extras into the contest at the moment to try and, at least win some stoppages, but CBC with one extra behind the ball as well, just patrolling in case they get a quick kick out.
Through traffic, Anthony to Anthony was fantastic. Good effort by them, falls in the hands of Jordan Williamson. Williamson on his right boot, and it's about a good mark.
Newman.
Well
Newman
done.
again.
He protected the ball beautifully there.
And a great mark.
But something's happened.
Was that a free kick against? Or was it out on the full maybe?
It's Adam bounds on the full.
Yep.
So lowers his eyes. Risky kick, but it comes off and finds Craig Hoskins. Started well, Hoskins, but he's been pretty quiet since quarter time because of pressure by Anthony
Outstanding again.
Dion Anthony over the top to Salamone. Salamone can take a bounce. Draws a player over the top. Found Newman.
Whoops.
Good tackle, surely. Salamone can't kick that, surely. I tell you what.
He has.
He's kicked it!
Jeez.
Unbelievable goal. Salamone has kicked a little check side around the corner goal, tucked away in a pocket. That was a great goal.
Jeez, I was trying to work out what I was watching there. It was it wasn't footy at its finest, but the finish was pretty bloody good, Brett.
Oh, I thought he was running into an open goal, and then all of a sudden I thought we were going to have the dartfish clanger of the day, and he's nearly turned it into the goal of the day. I couldn't. It was a little bit confusing, but again, it was just weighted numbers, wasn't it? They just had more green and yellow Guernseys around, and the pressure just got too much for the Beach defenders, and they're going to record an outstanding win. Something might really kickstart their back half of their season for the CBC.
Well, North Beach tried to change it when they tried to put Lassie on the ground in the half-forward flank, Brett and ball, but didn't
quite
work. The
work
dog
for him,
went
did
straight
it?
back off the ground. So
Yeah, no, she's gone missing like a few of the North Beach boys since quarter time.
it certainly has. So middle of ground once again at Charles Riley. It's been a fantastic display by the underdogs in Fremantle CBC. The captain coach, Anthony, will be very happy with his tribe this afternoon. Chen, once again, he's been good below his knees. Salamone has it. He kicked the last goal. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. Numbers around the contest. One of those players down the bottom was Canty. He got it out. Once again, Fremantle CBC have the numbers. Good effort then by Canty on his left. He's non-preferred, trapping it very well. He's been very good too. This kid, Pizzelli, over the top. Tried to find his teammate there in the full forward in Ned Brennan. They have no contest here and should be a good even mark to Conti. So Conti decides to play on, lowers his eyes, tries to find Dan Leishman. Dan Leishman can draw the play over the top. He does well. North Beach to kick the ball down the line. Tries to find Nick Reed. Nick Reed's one-on-one. Very good mark. Outside 50. He kicks the ball.
Lovely kick.
Absolutely beautiful. That is absolutely fantastic goal to Nick Reed. That would you believe, brings up his third goal as Nick Reed. He's kicked 2 in this last quarter, 1 in the first. He's a very good user of the footy, but hasn't been too dominant today.
No, he hasn't, but it's interesting if they're able to do that and move the ball out so quickly. We see if Nick Reed's there by himself, he takes a mark, let's say right on the 50-metre line. You're backing him in to kick that goal, aren't you? So, look, if they can do that a few more times, maybe they're still in this contest, but it has been CBC all day.
Yeah, he had Mitch Gill running into the square, and he knew he had that kick covered. He didn't even bother looking at him.
It looks like he's got 1-on-1 against Morris in the goal square for North Beach. So good call that. Middle of ground once again. We're back to a 20-point margin. Fremantle CBC are in front, but North Beach are doing the attacking here through Andrew McGuinness. His second effort was okay, McGuinness. Last minute or so, North Beach are trying to edge themselves forward and get some more goals on the scoreboard. They've only kicked 8 for the day. Well done once again by the ruckman there in Chapman. He was okay. But Borovic kicked it forward. Oh, handball. This guy's electrifying pace there. Jordan Williamson on his right. Great kick. Good passage of play. Fremantle CBC, they are very clean with the ball. And Williamson here is at turn of pace. The Mickey Conlon turn of pace, as Brett mentioned earlier on, the former Fitzroy player.
Fitzroy flyer.
Number 12 he was, the big Conlon. So here he is. Tucked away in a pocket here. Take a good kick from there.
They're due to split one in the middle, aren't they, Ward?
Oh,
Kicking
mate,
up
you'd have
points.
to think so. Tough kick, though.
So Tom Wright, I tell you what, he's absolutely split the middle. Hasn't caught his name too often, Thomas Wright, but it doesn't matter when you kick a beautiful goal in the last quarter in a difficult angle, particularly on the 16-minute mark of the last quarter, Brett.
Yeah, and they're probably getting a bit of reward on the scoreboard now. The goals and points are starting to balance out a little bit. 24 scoring shots to 13. The margin should be greater, but they're on their way to what's going to be a good, terrific win for them. And they're probably on those scoring shots. It probably should be 6 or 7 goal minimum scoreboard. And they're heading that way.
Yeah, they are. Look, the thing I've liked about them at the moment is they haven't gone into, just trying to win hold their lead kind of mode now. They're still attacking in the middle, and North Beach keep throwing different looks in the middle just to try and win some stoppages.
The other one, Kingsway versus Scarborough. 3/4 time, boys. Kingsway are up by 8 goals.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So thanks for those people putting the scoreboards in.
Some good recruits for Kingsway just before clearances closed. So they throw a different challenge at the amateur A-grade look.
So Andrew McGuinness wins it right in the middle of Charles Wright. He tries to do the torpedo punt. Don't know what he's thinking then, but dropped an easy mark. Of course, Fremantle CBC, they have the numbers there through Joshua Chapman. This one's very high, stamping under the groundwards. Anthony Shawley's got grabbed by the arm. The umpire saw that as well. I'd like to see his stats this afternoon. Liam Anthony and Dean Anthony, they've been very good midfielders for Fremantle CBC. And a very good fantasy football in his day was Liam Anthony.
Yeah, he was. I remember his rookie season. He's a very handy player to have.
Yeah. Got the time now. Kicking the ball down the line. And
That's
good
a great kick.
And mark there to the Fremantle CBC player. Number 23 is not in the book, so I can't call your name. Sorry, mate. It goes on the right boot down the line. Pickup was beautiful below his knees by David Roche. Handball's okay. A pickup even better by Chris Bazzelli. How click was that? Over the top. Anthony's done all the running from the half-back flank. Falls into the hands of Salamoni, and this will be one of the goals of the day. That is absolutely great work by Lukey Salamoni, but set up by the captain coach down here. Anthony's followed all the ball all the way up, and that is the play of the day without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah, what that's shown us is what CBC's been about all day, Brett. That's work rate, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that time really clean with their skills through. And the overlap run was there when the handball needed to be given. And, and a great finish. And he's really, in my mind, Salamone really starting to push King for BOG on us.
I agree with you.
I always put him on the scoreboard now. He's kicked 3 goals, Salamone. And just like you said, he's so good and slick below his knees. The decision's been good and doesn't get fussy when he has the footy.
Yeah, his tackling's been first rate. He's clean in the clearances, which has been so important today.
So the ground once again, trying to hustle the ball. There's Dion Anthony, caught one in the eye then. Pushing the ball field was Chow well. It's Tyler Chowell. This guy's electrifying pace and brute strength. He's been Jordan Williamson. His second half's been good. Locked in the centre half forward position. Coming up to 20 minutes now. There's only about 5 minutes to go. It's going to be a fantastic victory by the underdog in Fremantle C.B.C. No doubt. We're having a few froths down at the footy club this afternoon down at Fremantle. C.B.C. It's been a good display of footy by them. Handball's okay for North Beach. Through traffic was okay. This good ball movement by then. Over the top, can draw the play, and they do that. Pick up below his knee was okay on Broadbent. Lowers his eye, one-on-one is Nick Reed. Below his knees was okay. Goes one way, goes the other. Use his left foot around the corner, and good mark. Umpire's called play on it, touched it. Bounced in front of me.
Great
Second
tackle.
effort was very good by the North Beach player. Handball's okay. There's Bazzelli. Oh, it's handball that's straight in the hands of Nick Reed. Nick Reed tries to do the check side banana. Didn't come off. There's Hooker using his left.
Lovely
That's a
kick.
great kick on his non-preferred and finds Dion Anthony, who's been outstanding. This bloke.
He's had a fair chunk of the pill today too, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Dion
Yeah,
Anthony,
he's a genuine accumulator, isn't he?
Salamone. They're just doing what they want at the moment. Tyler Chowell has an easy kick. He lowers his eyes, and would you believe another Anthony? That's Leon over the top. And Salamone, they're just not manning up North Beach. Haven't done it all afternoon.
I think they were asking the question about a few 10 metre, 11 metre kicks there, but look, yeah, you're right. They've got to man up a lot better than that.
Dion Anthony again. Oh, hitting the ball very hard was the fast-leading Ned Brennan. But he's copped one high. And that's what happens when you're second to the ball.
You know, that obviously their game style is the short 45 kick on, for CBC. And if North Beach don't get up in their face, they're allowing them to get away with it,
Luke Pearson
which is
did
work
well.
rate in a different manner.
Absolutely. It's been work rate all afternoon by Fremantle CBC and North Beach, the lack thereof. So Pearson has it now. Lowers his eyes. They're just mucking around with the footy at the moment, but they are maintaining possession of the ball. Fremantle CBC. Kick down the line. Dion Anthony. Tell you what.
Jeez, and you can see how they've spread right the way across now. I reckon they could quite happily sit here and play kick to kick for the next 5 minutes and they'd be okay.
Wouldn't mind a few of these in my dream team.
A lot of plus
They would.
sixes, isn't it? Yeah.
The Anthony's brothers, they'd be absolutely outstanding. Kicking down the line was Luke Pearson. Over the top was a push in the back to Brennan's. Play onto advantage. Goes over the top to Chris Baselli. Baselli at the back. Oh, it's about a good mark over the top then by Meadowcroft. On his feet was okay. Good defensive effort, but I think you
He's
find
got a free
Meadowcroft
kick.
has
Yep.
got a push in the back. And the little fella who will be in the state team if me and Brett have got anything to do with it, trying to con the chairman of selectors ward into that, but this guy is
we
very
haven't.
nimble. This guy's very nimble and quick and very smart on his feet. Meadowcroft, this will be goal number 4 for him if he gets it.
He's been reasonably impressive today. Has been Chalwell. I think that's his say his
Chalwell.
name.
Tyler
Chowell.
Yeah, he's the time he's had to spend in the ruck when King has had little breaks. He's been competitive. He's been good up forward. Yeah, I think his work's been terrific today.
Yeah, very experienced player. He's about 30 years of age.
Is he? Okay.
East Freo player, I think. So,
Meadowcroft
very
put
good.
straight over the goal umpire's head, and that is the final nail in the coffin for North Beach. So Aaron Meadowcroft has kicked 4 each in goal in each quarter, boys. First, second, third, and fourth. He has had a very good game this afternoon. The little roving forward.
yeah, look, been probably the dominant forward on the ground, hasn't he? Jordan Newman, he has kicked I think the 2 as well today, but look really good by Meadowcroft. Kick big 6 between them after 7 last week.
It's been a good effort.
It'd be a dangerous forward half. Little guys with Trombetta and Meadowcroft coming out of those 2 pockets.
2 pockets, yeah, that's right. Just going to make sure the chairman selects can hear us. We've said it a few times this afternoon, Wards. I think he's got the message.
Yeah, loud and clear, mate. Loud and clear.
Well done by Anthony again. Handball was okay. North Beach have it. Through traffic was go. Hit the ball with pace. Was a good effort. Then by Connie. Throws the ball forward. Down the back was okay. Once again, this guy's been good. That's Borovic on his right. Second effort was good. Still throwing themselves the body. Well done by Miles Frank. The socket off the ground was very smart by Justin Morrissey. He gained about 20 metres. Surely that's not out of bounds deliberate. The umpire said no. So counting down now to the last minute. It's 13-13 to 8 goals 5. That's the Rory O'Rourke scoreboard. And Fremantle CBC, they are in front and every right to be. They've had a very good afternoon at the home of North Beach. Once again, Anthony at the bottom of the pack. And so was Salamone. Umpire throws the ball up, brings the ball to ground. Dion Anthony roved it beautifully off the pack and draw the play over the top. Tackle from behind. This could be holding the ball, and it is.
He's had a huge day, Dion Anthony, hasn't he?
Yes, certainly has. Good sprawl over the top by North Fremantle. Fremantle C.B.C. Borovic tries the inside banana torpedo, gains about 20 or 30 metres. Hitting the ball hard was Hooper. Over the top was okay. Tucked his head. Through traffic was good. Lowers his eyes and brings the ball in the corridor and finds lace out. As Mansfield decides to play on. Up the corridor and finds a big fella in Chapman. Chapman too can play on, straight down the line. And would you believe Borovic over the top. Take a great mark there.
He's unlucky.
Oscar Tuttle thought it was a mark of the day, but it wasn't. There's King of the Ruckman. There's Nick Reid, very smart. Good below his knees, gets the 1-2. And that is the final siren here. A victory, yes it is, 13-13 to Fremantle C.B.C. and North Beach are 8-5. That quarter, boys, Fremantle C.B.C. slammed on 6 goals straight and North Beach put on 2. So a very, very good game. Over to you, Ward, on why you think Fremantle C.B.C. won that game.
Look, we spoke about it all day, but it kept on coming down to work rate. We weren't sure what we were going to see out of CBC. You guys probably made comment in the last game that they just weren't, a side that probably put in as much effort or were as good as they could have been a few weeks back. But look, they came out with a completely different mentality today. It was their work rate, it was their work around the clearances, and that all started with guys like Sam King, Basili, Chen, the 2 Anthony boys who are outstanding, and Salamone as well. So, look, that's why they won the game today. It was their dominance around the midfield and then a couple of forwards that were able to kick 6 between them. So, look, excellent game by CBC and thoroughly deserved winners over let's say, disappointing North Beach team today, Brett.
Yeah, I think when you look down the North Beach list and struggle to come up with a 4-quarter performer. Mansfield tried really hard, but even he fell away probably just through just fatigue, really. He tried to carry the midfield during that third quarter when CBC were really turning the screws, and then you look across to the CBC side and you're running out of room to name all their best players. Meadowcroft's kicked 4, Roche was dangerous up forward, Salamone outstanding in the middle and then kicked 3 as well. Chen, Bazil, the 2 Anthonys had plenty of the footy, and Nick Borovic in that second and third quarter was outstanding. So they just had a great day, and that was nothing like the side we saw play Scarborough a few weeks ago, and that's the nature of the A-grade amateur competition, isn't it? It's just such a wonderful, tight competition, and CBC are now giving themselves a chance to, against a team they probably didn't expect to win, really.
Interesting stat, boys. The first half, Fremantle CBC kicked 3-10, and the second half they kicked 10-3. So they just got the opportunities, and like I said, they had so many goal-scoring opportunities up forward. Difficult who gets the Dartfish Player of the Day. I'm not going to put the heat straight on there on Brett, because I think you probably took overall the best players throughout the course of the game. So over to you, Brett.
Ward and I are trying to talk in code here. Look, it's probably, I think we probably agree that Luke Salamone was probably the best player, and that's no disrespect to Sam King, Dion Anthony, Nick Borovic, but I just think his work in the middle of the ground, his clean hands, his ability to lay tackles when needed, and his classy finish in front of goal was outstanding as well. So the Dartfish Player of the Day goes to Fremantle CBC's Luke Salamone, and a thoroughly deserved beanie and pair of thongs that we'll try to get to him at some stage.
Absolutely, we will. It's been a very good afternoon here. Very much a surprise victory here to the underdogs in Fremantle CBC at Charles Riley, home of North Beach. Fremantle CBC, 13 goals, 13 defeated. North Beach, 8-5. Major goal scorers, Meadowcroft, 4 for Fremantle CBC, 3 to Salamone, 2 to Newman, 2 also to Roche, and single goal scorers to Anthony and Wright. Majors goal scorers for North Beach, 3 to Reid, 1 to Mansfield, Scurio, and 2 to Broadbent. Overall, they were totally outclassed by a better side on the day in Fremantle CBC. It's been a very good call. Thanks for your company. Once again, well done to Ward Harris, to Brett Mayo. My name's Cam Robbins, and next week we will see the home of the Wembley Football Club. Wembley are playing Trinity Aquinas at Wembley. We'll be there next week. Thanks very much, Jack. Thanks very much, Harley. We'll see you guys next week.